Sorry. Oh no!
We're live. Hello, everybody. And thank you for joining us here today on this lovely, beautiful Friday afternoon. We are
here.
Yes and Dragons. Yes and Dragons, please take a bow, everybody. Bow. I am GM Jaime, and I'm here to make sure everybody else has fun / suffers. And that was with that. I'll turn it over. Everybody introduce yourself, starting with Parker.
I'm Parker Thompson. I play Sam Serif, and I say, be the secret organization you want to see in the world.
I'm Esther Engels Arkell. I play Nadezhda Irinsu, and I say the journey to selling 1,000 kilos begins with a single gram.
Oh, we're all doing pithy sayings. Okay. Hi, I'm Libby Kraemer. I play Cordelia Freijst, and I say the journey to solving the Freijst problem starts with the first step.
Wow. Okay, everybody.
And this is Steven.
And Steven.
Steven, you're back, and I love your hat, Steven.
Oh, thanks, Parker. It's the new hat that Angelique gave me.
Oh, jeez. I gotta give him a voice. Oh, jeez. Hi, guys. I'm Steven. I'm here to sit in for. Oh, everybody. We should all wish Carissa
Good show.
good. Well,
Yeah.
Break a leg.
break a leg, and
Get
also
better.
I hope you feel better.
Yes.
All of the above.
Hopefully, the antibiotics are effective.
Yeah, hopefully.
Those things usually work pretty fast, so my fingers are crossed for you.
I had the same calculation in my head when I saw the picture of the pill. I was like, that look at about it'll be working about that exact time.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I forgot to do the part where I tell everybody where we are and
yeah.
why it's so cool to be here. And that is we're coming to you live from Chicago Role Players Guild, which is an amazing theater play space, essentially, with cool lights, and they let us play here sometimes, and they're pretty cool, and they're good friends of ours. I don't mean always. I mean, we get to play here sometimes. Last week, we didn't get to play because I had a migraine and I didn't feel half of my face. It fucking sucked. But yeah. So everybody come check out Chicago RPG. And located in Rogers Park, the #1 community area in the city of Chicago, which is, as far as I'm concerned, the best city I've ever lived in for sure. And if you're not here, come here to Chicago. And if you're in Chicago, come here to Chicago RPG. All right, cool.
All right, now we move to our rebranded from Chicago Fact. It is now Chicago Quest. Esther's idea. This comes from r/Ask Chicago from user Gold Shallot 3463.
Oh my god.
Asking where to find mini bottles of Malort between Willis Tower and Grant Park. Edit Sears Tower. I'm so sorry. I'm just an out-of-town girl. I don't know things. Essentially, Gold Shallot wants to find little shooters of Malort to be blessed by the Pope for her and her fiance to enjoy at their wedding. So if anybody knows, please let us know. And more importantly, let Gold Shallot 3463 know. I'm sure she and her fiance will be very appreciative.
Best
Now-
love Gold Challenge.
Let's talk about the metaphysics of holy water.
The holy water range.
Holy water range. What is the effective distance of the bless spell? Is it bless? Is that what they're casting?
Yeah,
What is it? I don't know.
bless is
I mean, I
fine.
feel like the great thing about Catholicism is they have
Ceremony. It is ceremony. He's right.
They have
That's right.
there is an answer to
dare you
this
think
that they have
that?
decided.
Yeah. No, it's
Okay,
What was that one we did?
but
Was it?
what do you do with holy water? Do you drink it?
No, it's
You
just
throw
thrown
it.
on you.
Yeah.
It's like
You keep away
You still bring it.
vampires.
Yeah.
It's for
have you never
vampires.
had the guy come out with the shaky thing and he's like,
What?
he dips it in the
Who's
bucket.
casting lightning bolt?
He dips the thing in the bucket and
It's
there's a
the
bunch of
little,
holes
Yeah.
and
yeah.
it goes, whoo.
And I
The
guess you
spritzer.
well, I assume that baptism's the water they're using is probably holy water.
Yes. Yeah. It is baptismal font is full of holy water. I was raised Catholic.
Do they?
I went to Catholic school for years and years.
Which just they pour over the.
That's
baby. They
okay.
don't
Well,
like-
there's all sorts
It
of different
depends.
versions, actually.
Like I think the Catholic one they just poured over, but like some Protestant ones do a full dunk.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then some just like dip their fingers in the water and kind of smear it on the head.
Okay.
Some use oils instead of water.
Yeah,
Um,
baptism, everyone.
Right.
and that's why we are the way we are today.
Okay. You have the summary?
Oh, yes, I can also give the summary.
Oh.
Wow, I'm talking a lot here at the first start of the episode. Sorry, everyone.
Oh, real quick before, I'm sorry. I apologize. Don't mean to interrupt. I want to mention that we are planning, if anybody is interested, I want to announce that we're planning a 24-hour stream for Pride Month.
Yeah.
We're in the early stages, well, middle stages of planning it right now. If you are interested in playing, if you're interested in participating, if you're interested in watching, get in touch, join the Discord.
Somewhat tentatively titled Chicago is Burning.
Yes, yes.
It will be June 6th and 7th. And if you want to come play with us and a lot of really cool people, you should definitely come join. We would be happy to have you.
Oh,
Yep.
watch too.
Or have you in the
Yeah.
audience. There'll be audience participation options.
Yes,
And
we are ramping up the incentives even more than they were last time.
They're gonna
so-
be wild.
Yeah, so if you want to come watch and donate money to make us do silly things in the name of some good causes, feel free to join us.
we got feedback that you're a little quiet. Like the mic is a little quiet for you.
Okay.
So
All right, are we ready for summary now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. So Sam had a classic Sam experience. And basically experienced an escape the room game, but in real life, but also not, and found out Rasmodius has a cyber orphanage. And the things that he learned there are going to be even more confusing than what he knows now. There he learned from Rasmodius that the Vexen god is the biggest threat, and the Vescarre gods are more similar to just like powerful mascots and symbols. Rasmodius cannot be allowed to become a god, but he will want to be when he is born and raised by Sam. We don't know the details of that yet. We're going to find out soon. He used to be called a Hope Fisher. The Spire is an intervention of sorts. We don't know what that means. Rasmodius doesn't think that Sam should stop the other god, and we learned a bit about what Azure is and this concept of autocausality. Then Nadezhda reunited with Sam, and we got the beautiful phrase "shark in the streets, eel in the sheets." To plan Sam's Worm Widow winter party. Then camera pans back over to the Prometheum, where Cordelia and Shibble were momentarily separated. Cordelia had to go to a board meeting where she met lots of ardent executives. I'm not going to read all of their names. People have been more interested in getting soul prints as a result of the Spellcrit issues. And ardent executives don't know if they want to go forward with the original rollout of the soul print. It was disrupted. But we did learn that Ardent realized that maybe it's not a great idea to challenge the head of one of the most complicated corporations in Vescarre to single combat and seize his company after you kill him, because they know nothing about shipping or logistics. So now Cordelia has been appointed to solve the Freijst problem, in which she has the 312 of 500-ish remaining Freijst employees, and has to do 4 things. 1, help Ardent understand contract structure and recognize the debts. 2, fix the salt line. I don't know what that is. 3, figure out how to get the shipments of Lendicur working. And then 4, a magazine interview, which she did. We also got to see Shibble's onboarding. Shibble has no personal information and caused a great amount of headache.
Also, happy birthday, Shibble.
Yes,
Yeah.
happy birthday, Shibble, yesterday. And also, because of the drama that Shibble caused in their onboarding, Leu monks had to come and personally supervise this. She refused to acknowledge Shibble at all, but Shibble was able to steal a notebook off of her where we got some juicy information regarding our scores and how valuable they think we are. Then everybody reunited back at the lighthouse, where Nadezhda was learning how to how to sell drugs. And we found out that there was a ska band called Cherry Inflating Daddies. That was sent. I don't know if you remembered that was the
Nope.
name.
Certainly did not.
Wouldn't make a name more disgusting than cherry popping?
yeah.
um,
Haha, stress. Haha.
and they were sent to supervise Sam and basically make sure he doesn't get too promiscuous during his Warm Widow Winter party. We did a little bit of drug trading, talked back to Echo, found out that there were some ghost flies watching us, and then soundly defeated all of them. So there you go.
There we go. Damn.
That was really good.
That
Yeah.
was amazing.
Yeah, that was really good.
Okay,
And
thank
Nadezhda
you.
and Sam partied way too hard and had to go home at like 9:30.
They were tuckered out by 10:30. Just
You know,
sometimes your first
it-
day is
it-
too hard.
it's like they say, you don't get high on your own supply.
What
Lesson
do?
learned.
I don't think you'll ever learn that one.
Okay.
No, see, I learned that lesson because I get high on Nadezhda's supply.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Don't we all?
Yes, actually, because Nadezhda owns a not insignificant portion of the drugs in this city at the moment.
Yeah.
It's not a plurality by any stretch, but we're talking about like greater than 0.05%, which is for one person a lot.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We're all except
That's
for
why they
Shibble.
call me Nadezhda, the drug dealer.
We're all fairly high net worth individuals now, except for Shibble. Maybe I should make Shibble my heir. I don't know.
Well,
I mean, your net worth is still technically like negative
But
$70 billion.
I
so-
actually don't know if that's true because all the people I owed money to also owed money to each other and may or may not be dead.
Also, you're in charge of interpreting the debts.
It's
Yeah, it's
Schrodinger's
true.
debt right now.
All right.
We have no clue.
Yeah, go ahead and try to collect on it.
let's talk about the ontology of holes. The more you take away, the bigger they get. That's weird, isn't it? Okay. On that absolute non sequitur. It is now the next day. And you guys wake up. Are you staying at where do you guys think you went home to?
I think we went back to the main apartment.
So this is your
We went to our
Mhm.
house. I
House?
think,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys wake up and I think probably the first thing you notice is Shibble's not there.
Not an unusual occurrence.
Not an unusual occurrence at all. This is a relatively common occurrence.
Man, I'm gonna be so unlucky without my bodyguard today.
Oh, God, I'm so hungover.
Really? You guys slept? I was up all night. Look at all these reports I went through. I still don't know who's alive or dead, but at least I know stuff about
You
him.
reorganized the entire kitchen.
I am just drinking a Vexen hangover tea.
Can I get some of that?
Sure.
You probably
it is
don't
just
want to
tea,
know.
But you scold yourself for having a hangover while you drink it.
You know what? I'll go for it.
It stops you doing it again. Nadezhda, you have let yourself down. Well, I do feel better. Anyway.
You used to be able to do that many drugs and go all night. What are you, old?
I think you notice here that you have notifications.
Oh, okay. On my Ardent phone?
Yes.
Okay, let's take a look.
The principal notification that you see is, I mean, there's a bunch of them, but
Mm-hmm.
your email's filtered in a totally different way now. There you see a compliance hold
On Shibble?
on Shibble.
No, they said I could hire whoever I wanted.
This is a direct compliance hold
From Leo
from Leo Monks. How do you guess my notes so good? Yeah, no, it has no details and no duration listed.
There is one person in the entire world who hates Shibble, and it's your
Yeah.
boss.
She's the boss.
Oh, Cordelia, you can hire whoever you want. We're not going to question your hiring decisions. I hire one person. And look where it gets me.
I think the second thing you notice is that you are already in a meeting.
What time is it?
It is 7:30 in the morning.
I'm
Right
slacking.
early.
Yesterday I went to work at 6, so I
Yeah.
am slacking.
Yeah. there's a meeting happening right now, and is listed as the location as the location is listed as here.
Oh. Do I see anybody?
You see a car pull up in front of the building.
Oh no.
Remember to check that the driver isn't Dutch.
Pretty sure it's not going to be Dutch. But
Everybody says that. And
also,
then
we've established I'm kind of face blind when it comes to drivers, so maybe you should come with me to make sure it's not Dutch.
No,
You're just going to let me get in a car with possible Dutch?
that's
They are
fine.
having the meeting here.
Yeah.
I'm going.
Do we need to leave?
Yeah. Should we hide in the closet?
It's up to you. Do you want them to try and give you a soul print?
Let me see what I have. Uncanny disguise.
I think Sam is dressed at this point, but he goes and changes into a robe just to be like more off-putting. He was wearing what he wore last night, but he goes and changes into a robe.
A bathing suit and a bathrobe. Do you guys wait to go out together?
I'm going. I don't think they're coming with
I'm
me.
just watching out the window.
Okay.
I would like them to. but
All of these
they're-
see Sam's car pull up.
Wait, okay.
Oh, my
That's
Amazing.
who's driving it? It's a convertible.
You can't.
Is the top up?
No, the top is up. Yes,
It's
sir.
a convertible SUV, if you remember
Yes.
correctly.
Yeah, that's right. And someday it'll be a boat car too.
Escalade-sized SUV.
That's mint green.
Like
Oh.
Tom and Louise.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sam, it's our car.
Oh. Okay, well, I want to see what's going on here.
Okay, come on out.
You guys walk up to the door of the car, I guess.
Yeah.
Mhm.
As you step outside the door of your house, which is a lovely townhouse in the Old Quarter, which is a lovely, the oldest part of Vescarre, truly. It is also sort of maybe not the most peaceful, but it's definitely drastically more affluent than
Upper middle class.
Yeah, it is upper middle class, but to the degree that like people who live extramuros, which is like beyond the walls, the people here don't consider those like the low light district isn't actually technically Vescarre, for example. So this is like a whole neighborhood is a gated community, but that neighborhood is the size of like Queens.
It's also where Freijst kids go to be artsy and act like they're
Yep.
slumming it.
Yep. There's downward mobility and not a lot of upward mobility. And yeah, so
They've got
the
good kart golf courses, though.
they do. Notably and well
Right outside our
established,
house.
there is a kart golf course directly outside. It's a field, not a course, sorry. Directly outside of your house. And there's a bunch of little like where the streets cross, there's a bunch of little parks and stuff. It is rather pleasant, and the weather out here is always nice. So although as you step outside, you do feel an uncharacteristic degree of humidity.
Is the pink sun still there?
Oh yeah, it hasn't moved.
I mean, I
Is
have
it
to
set
imagine.
at night?
Nope.
I was thinking it
I
probably.
have to imagine the characteristic amount of humidity is already pretty high.
So generally speaking, it's not. It's humid-ish, but it's not like I guess your
mean, 'cause it's
your context
tropical,
might be
right?
different than mine. Although you're from a place where it's wet, at least.
Yeah, but it's not very humid. Like,
It's not hot
Weirdly.
humid. Yeah.
yeah.
This
No.
is more like in England than Indonesia.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah. But here, yes. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. So here, but it's uncomfortable in a way that feels a little soupy.
Ugh.
Sort of like in
Ugh.
an uncharacteristic way right now.
Nadezhda is very obviously drawing the curtains down to a slit.
I
It's-
just steamed this blazer.
The window rolls down on the mint green Escalade sized convertible SUV. And you see a face in front of you that I think you recognize, but you two don't. This is Nadira Yu.
Oh, she's the new Morella.
Yep.
Good morning, Nadira. She's not driving, she's a passenger, correct? How she would not dare.
Déclassé, to say the least.
Where'd you find my car?
Oh, you must be Sam.
Yeah, this is my roommate, Sam.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you.
I
I
know
did-
it's a bit odd that I have roommates.
No, that part's not weird. It's almost everything else.
Fair.
Interesting.
And Sam is wearing a robe and like fuzzy slippers at this point and holding a cup of coffee.
I imagine you're standing in the window, you pull the windows or the shades this close, but you make no attempt to hide the fact that you're standing right there.
That's my best friend Nadezhda.
I do not acknowledge that anyone's gesturing toward
This
it.
That's Nadezhda.
This is Nadira.
Nadira, Dracona, middle-aged-ish. Yeah.
She's the new Morella.
Oh, well, good luck.
Thanks, Sam.
I just mean things didn't end well for the last Morella, so hopefully things end better for you.
I suppose that is a matter of perspective.
Sure.
Everybody, please get into the vehicle.
Do we need to bring Nadezhda?
Yes.
Can I bring my pet?
Yeah.
My pet
I just
lizard.
look back at Nadezhda in the window and just kind of like shrug, like,
Nadezhda, you were too drunk to go to your lair, and now see what you have done to yourself.
Your secret lair lasted you not even a day.
You entirely did this to yourself, and now you will suffer. Puts down her cup of tea, straightens her laser of shame.
Laser of shame. What color is it?
I think it is, let's see.
We established gray is kind of a slutty color.
Yeah. We've got
So I think she said my suit is for Vexens of the Night. Just a purple gray suit. That was before you got here last time.
definitely have.
And we know black is mourning, so what's shame?
Oh, shit. The color of shame.
The shame blazer is like the color of those eggs that are brown to make you think that they're more natural, but they're just regular eggs, completely arbitrary whether eggs are white or brown.
So it's just like very light brown.
I am humiliated degrading myself like this, and walks out to the car.
The door opens. Enter the vehicle. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody gets in.
I did want to start a project, so when we have downtime.
Yeah. Well, we can say that. Go ahead and what did you want? What was the project you want to cover?
Well, the project was okay. How about this? Before we left, I took like 3 trash bags out of a blazer pocket and dumped the trash from the lighthouse into it, just to find like drug detritus to get a sense of what drugs are
You love this.
available
Wow.
and popular.
You really,
Amazing.
So Sam,
you really did a
My
speed
room-
run of the drug addict, and now you're trying to get drugs out of the garbage can.
so now I'm in Sam's home
Oh my
that he's paying through
god.
the nose for in my room with like open bags of trash,
You're
sorting
so
out
drunk,
like
you didn't even label them. Put them in Tupperwares.
I think you labeled them, but you just wrote trash on all of them, so it was not very helpful.
trash. So just to get a sense of all the different drugs that are
Trash and drug trash.
and how often they are, how popular they are.
Sure. Yeah. Give me a. This isn't going to be like a downtime activity. This is
Yeah.
just like something you did when you got home.
Well, it's I'm starting a project clock. I want to become a better drug dealer.
Okay, that's
This
fine.
is just
Yeah.
the first
This
step.
is step 1.
Responsibility.
So responsible use means knowing what drugs exist.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So let's let me go
Can
to
I
my
use
my
my
Vescarre drugs file real quick.
Okay.
You
Make
heard that right, audience. Jaime has a Vescar drug.
I do.
file.
I do.
How many drugs are in the Vescar drugs file?
You want me to count? 1, 2, 3, 4. They're not numbered. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Although at least one of those is a in case we would need it.
Okay. So what role do I make?
This is going to be, I think, knowledge, right? This is going to
Analyze.
be analysis. Yeah.
Can I use my Breaking Beige experience?
Oh, 100%. This is what it's literally for.
Yeah, what else would you
What,
use?
what,
that?
Okay, so that is what's beer. but it is 12 plus 1, 13 plus 3, 4, 16.
16. Okay. No, that totally sees. So I'll say this. You find it's hard to determine without knowing what the drugs are first, what the stuff you're looking at does for a drug, like whether I can hold it or whatever. Like arguably there could be drugs that are like, in a balloon and you're like, oh, there was a birthday party. It's hard to tell. But you definitely find things labeled drugs. Like plastic bags.
There were other vaccines that
Yes, but they aren't as effective as you because they use plastic bags. That's why it's in the
Instead of
trash.
Tupperware.
Yeah, so it's not fresh. They don't,
Oh my god, that's so
they don't
funny.
maintain the drug freshness.
You,
Oh my
you can
God.
totally corner the market because your preservation
Well, this is what they're
strategies.
using, yes. Okay.
All right, so you find a little plastic baggie, and it literally says like almost like caution tape, drugs, like repeated caution tape, and then like there's like a white plastic, I'm sorry, a white like painted bar over it that somebody has written ghost glass onto.
Ghost glass?
Is that something Sam knows about? I feel like Sam would have pretty good knowledge of
Certainly,
these.
yeah, no, absolutely. These are things specifically that like a drug that hackers often use.
Oh, so I might know about it too.
Yeah. No, this is something that like Fuse has often engaged in, freely
Is
engages
this
in.
like microdosing?
No,
I was like,
no, this is like I mean the closest parallel to a real world drug would be something like nitrous oxide or something.
Oh.
It's a dissociative, but what it dissociates you from is like basically reality. And it makes it easier for you to notice like patterns. But the experience is like you feel less present
Mhm.
and more like in your head, I guess.
That sounds like somebody we know.
A little bit. And then you find another bag very similar. This has actual pills in it. And this says it's little white tablets. And it is labeled as thread cut. It is in some ways the antithesis of ghost glass. It makes you feel less present cognitively, but while maintaining sort of emotional distance.
I feel like there's definitely people who make like speedballs out of like ghost glass and thread cut just to be like,
Do they sell thread cut at cuts and stuff?
Wait. No emotional distance, but less present.
So like this is like ghost glass is more like for a purpose in a way. It has a more like engaging mental experience.
Mhm.
The thread cut is more like I'm trying to get away from something.
Okay.
It's more like straight up like I want
Turn my
personal
brain off.
emotional yes. Yeah, I want
Escapism.
personal emotional relief. I don't want to investigate or have like a new and interesting experience. I want to not experience the pain I'm experiencing.
so in some ways it's also the opposite of rust.
Yes.
Yeah, because rust makes you experience
Other people's emotions.
more pain most times.
Rust notably can sort of, this isn't like in the notes, but like it's part of the world building that rust is like you can pair it with other drugs, like pretty commonly. And then you find
So you need to offer mix-ins with your drugs.
there you find a bottle. This is like a legally sold, well, legally is not the right word. This is a sold substance that you can get like at places that is like an alternative to alcohol. It's called SAT. SANCT, SAT. And it is effectively like a tonic, like an herbal tonic. That is when you drink it, you have like pretty profound religious experiences.
Oh, I bet they have that at BNC.
Yeah. But you can also like become more charismatic, like literally, like as in like other people tend to find people on Sanct more interesting.
So you're like
Is there like a mechanical thing there? Like,
Yeah,
is
it's
it
like the
presence?
televangelism drug.
kind of a little bit. It's the kind of thing that like it's like performance enhancement, but for being on stage.
Mm.
Get some of that.
Yeah. These bottles are empty, but it's the kind of thing you get at like a like a little corner store. And that people like homebrew it. But it's relatively common to use. Like going out on a night on the town, you just want to make friends or whatever. I also like people who give presentations really like it. Yeah, and that's what you find.
Cool.
Okay. And I know that Rust is also there.
You need to add the Sant to your corporate drug drawer.
Maybe. We'll see.
Okay. So I think this is the problem with being a DM. You told us there are 10, and I
Well,
Oh
know
yeah,
how-
didn't I? I did, didn't
there
I?
was another one that we had last time.
Yeah,
and
the
one of them is
poppers.
definitely cocaine because
So there's the
Yeah,
Which
what
one
was
was
the
the-
poppers and
Volt.
cocaine.
Volt is the one that Cordelia's
Yes.
Volt.
purchased
So it's like Adderall.
a huge quantity of for her employees.
6, cocaine and poppers.
Volt is like almost like a regular pharmaceutical, but like the street drug version of it.
So I could have bought it real, but
It's drastically less expensive to buy it this way.
oh yeah.
It is literally
And we like doing things cheaply here at
your
Freijst.
family is like a major manufacturer of Volt.
was.
Was.
Some of them are still alive. We just don't know which ones.
I need to.
We know they killed 187-ish employees. We don't know who they are outside of my father.
My contact is falling out.
Oh
So
no.
I need to run to the restroom real quick.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Let's make up drugs while
Yeah,
Jaime
by
is
all means.
away and say what we found. Okay.
I think there is one called Spork.
Sam's a big fan of that one.
Yeah, and
What
mechanically,
does it
I'm getting
do?
you two both to help me with that, which means we all gain 2 hope.
Oh,
So that's a +4.
amazing. How many did I
So
have?
now
I had
it
1.
is
So now I have 3.
a 20. So yeah, I know about Spork. You told me about Spork, which is
I think it's a hallucinogen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that tracks. I think I just tell you about the various mix-ins you can do with Rust. That sounds like something that Fuse would have done.
like Sanct and Rust would be an interesting.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
still
one.
feel like you need to combine Threadcut and Ghost Glass just to be like,
Completely outside of
Like
your own
all
mind.
you see is patterns,
you're just like,
but your escapes you don't understand what
it's
they
just
mean.
like, you're seeing that show about the chess player on Netflix.
Oh, the Queen's Gambit?
Yeah, where she sees the chess pieces in the ceiling.
Except it's like computer code. But also you can
It's just ones and zeros
you
coming
can
out of the
focus
ceiling.
on the wrong thing too, so you might accidentally focus on like cleaning the house and you're just using a broom, like Tetrising your house. You're packing up the car. Very few people have cars, but you're packing it up and it's just you see all the luggage pieces moving around.
Sorry.
Okay. I'm going
What'd
to
you
make
come
up
up with?
a Vexen drug.
Okay.
Which is called Jump.
Jump.
It's I'm gonna make up a word for jump where it's like a incredibly distilled kind of alcohol that actually lets you sort of slightly hover for about, if you take enough, about 15 minutes.
Uh-huh.
But after that, it's one of those things where like you have to pee immediately and you can pee for like 2.5 minutes. It'll just be like, oh my, it'll never stop. Something's happening to me. I'm gonna die.
Well,
This is
yeah, and you
it.
get that paranoia where you believe that it will never actually stop too.
Yeah. And it's one of the few ways that Vexens experience like fun and camaraderie. But yeah.
By peeing in the
I imagine it's
bathroom?
also like a competition too, where it's like who's going to go the longest.
So I'm gonna call it Yup Yup.
Yep. It sounds like it's from Star Wars.
And it is full of like
Yup, nub.
Yep.
The one I
And it's
came up.
like weird underage vexen children use it, and then like incredibly old men use it.
Oh
and
my-
that's- or-
The guy we stole the speakers from absolutely used it.
yeah.
That's so good.
The one I came up with while you were out of the room was Spork.
Uh-huh.
It's a hallucinogen, and it's known for making you see things in the ceiling, like the Queen's Gambit.
Oh,
We
okay.
were talking about various combinations you could do. So if you like combined it with ghost glass, then you would be like seeing whatever pattern in the ceiling.
Yeah, for sure. They're in my document now.
Perfect. We are all in the car, I think.
Yeah, you guys are all in
Yep.
the car.
There we go.
Welcome to the car.
Nadezhda, how did you know this was our car?
I didn't.
You just
Wait,
found it?
you just
I ordered a car.
okay. You guys really need to fix your car ordering situation because this is
Yeah, this was actually a recurring problem before.
Make an instinct check.
Pretty good, even though I have a terrible instinct. That's gonna be a 19 with hope.
90 with hope. That's really good. She's absolutely fucking lying.
you
This
need
is
your magical
a
ability for this.
dramatic power move she's trying to make on you.
Does it look like it was like hot wired?
No,
I
it
mean,
looks almost refurbished.
Nadezhda, if you're gonna steal our car, at least make it be worse.
I didn't
Don't make it
steal
better.
your car.
Okay, if you're gonna have it stolen,
I just ordered a car.
okay,
Okay.
whatever you say.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Probably to
It
meet you.
drives like 2 blocks away, like, literally, and she just parks,
Okay.
or the driver parks.
Does
Did
she
anyone-
have anything on her person?
Yeah, she's wearing clothes. And
Okay.
I'm trying to
she has like
Like,
jewelry on. And
No, you can have it.
Okay, I'm going to use pick and pull. I have advantage on attack rolls to pick non-magical locks, disarm non-magical traps, or steal an item from a target, either by stealth or force. I'm fine with either with this one. So, ooh, that is a good one. So that is 24.
We're starting to
what are you
hit.
looking for?
I am literally just, my plan is to take something off of her, take all the data off of it, and then nonchalantly use it in front of her and just say, "What? I ordered a phone, and this is what was delivered."
Okay,
Go ahead.
what was the roll
24.
with?
It was with hope.
Okay,
It's almost a crit.
It's okay. We believe in you.
Yeah.
She does not know how to deal with us at all.
no, I'm looking at what stuff.
What stuff she
Yeah,
does.
yeah.
Don't start. none,
So-
won't be none.
Yeah, they could have left us alone.
Yeah.
They were the ones who made us get in this
Well,
car.
they took away Shibble, so I needed some backup.
Did they, or did Shibble just wander off?
Oh
we're gonna
no, I
find-
think Shibble was taken from me.
Did they put Shibble back in the lake house?
Hopefully not. All I know is I don't know when they're coming back.
I'm gonna say this. You have a talk rock.
Yeah.
She bends over to grab something on the floor that she's gonna sort of show you, and like you just sort of nudge into her talk rock with your talk rock, and it shares data. You
It's like
get a
your job.
file. Yeah,
Okay. Can I also just take a pen so I can do that? What I said I was going to do?
yeah.
Okay.
Do you steal
Right.
her pen?
Yes. I steal
Get
her
the
pen.
fanciest pen in there.
I thought you said you wanted to steal her information.
Well, she just yes, but also she wants to make a point
got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
of like, okay, this power move.
in
like,
that case, then
whatever.
I'm going to do something else real quick. I'm going to retract what I said, and you get to keep the pen. Don't worry about that. I was trying to think of a way that this would be non-physical, and it actually makes better sense physical than non-physical.
My idea is that I'm going to like wait until we're getting out of the car and then sort of like push past her to get out front.
You see a dossier that is in her pocket.
Okay.
Why are they all carrying their documents in their pockets?
Excellent.
Um,
Oh, I'll take this one.
Put it in your bra.
so I want to use prestidigitation. One of the things I can do with it is to make it smell.
Yep.
And so I want to make, what's her name?
Nadira?
Nadira.
Nadira. I want to make a really nasty fart smile next to Nadira.
We're in a closed space.
Gibby, I don't know that you know that I did that.
No,
She's Dracona,
I
so she
don't.
like her tongue starts to flick out. She's like tasting the
She's
air.
It was me.
And she's like, well, that's unpleasant.
Oh.
Ugh.
How unfortunate we have to endure this with the windows up now. Because
Can't we roll them down?
No, we cannot.
Oh.
I cannot afford the possibility of a leak of information.
Oh,
That
okay.
would be terrible.
Did you make sure there's no invisible robots?
Did you check that the driver's not Dutch?
The driver may or may not be Dutch. I don't really care.
You don't care if it's Dutch?
A person? I
Yes.
don't know who that is.
Wait, driver, turn around for a second.
Driver turns around.
Is it Dutch?
Everybody make knowledge rolls.
I get advantage on this, I think.
Yeah, you definitely get an advantage on this.
I'm too bad now. 13 with fear.
Okay.
4 plus 2 minus 2.
Oh my god.
14 with hope.
I'll say this, none of you passed. None of you passed. You are like, that's not Dutch. You're like, that's fucking Dutch. And you're like, I can't tell if that's Dutch.
We need to get out of this car right now.
All
That
right,
is
if
Dutch.
you leave, I will have you shot.
He's gonna shoot you.
Yeah, but that's not that much of a threat to her.
Aren't we going like 2 blocks?
That's true. If you shoot me,
You are literally pulled over already.
you're just gonna bring me back once you shoot me,
Right.
right?
Okay, what do you want?
Me write it down.
I want you to take care of some business for me. A little off the books, okay?
And why would I do that?
Always
Oh.
off the book.
The books.
You do it because you would probably want to have your friend back.
Think Shibble
You give us
is,
Shibble?
What? I didn't hear what you said.
You'll give us back Shibble?
Sure.
Who is the friend?
It doesn't matter.
I think it matters a lot.
Doesn't
Do you
matter.
even have the power to return Shibble to us?
I didn't say Shibble.
So
Then
it's someone
who?
else.
Just take it for granted that I'm informing you that I will return your friend to you.
Oh, I know. Shoot. Azure.
Wait, is Azure gone?
Azure
Azure's
was
not there.
at my office. She said she needed to stay, but nobody there could see her.
Has she focused on the pen yet?
Oh, that's a good question. Rolled it behind my computer screen. Yeah, I think she does notice the pen. And she is probably gonna try to play it cool. You get the impression, I think, pretty quickly that this is somebody who doesn't like to get flustered.
Well,
I mean, like in a sense that, like,
the wrong
she
team.
keeps sort of like little things like that would probably piss off Leo monks, like for sure, or whatever. Even Morella would like sort of go off the handle about some stuff, like little things like the pen. She's just sort of like pretending it's not happening. And she like looks at it. She looks at you. She makes it very clear that she knows what's happening, and she goes, "Well, if you are interested in your friend's return safely, then you will handle the problem that I have."
does Nadira have her seatbelt on?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to use levitation just to very slightly lift Nadira out of her seat.
Okay. What? Why are you doing this?
We ordered the hovering executive. This is just what showed up.
Listen, they don't work for me. I can't control them.
You're not wrong, but you do work for the same people I work for. So if you're interested in maintaining your job, I suggest getting your companions to cooperate.
So what you're saying is your job is dependent on us behaving.
in my job and probably also my life and my eternal soul. So I'd appreciate if you guys would help. Also, Azure, do we not care about Azure?
I mean, yeah, we just I just want more. I just want to know that it is Azure, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it could be anyone. I just jumped to conclusions.
Yeah,
As
I mean, I'm just
often
Also could be
do.
Max.
I'm just asking her to be less vague.
It's true. I didn't see Max. All right. Tell no lies. Who do you have? This is the funniest. So it's a crit, but all 3 dice are a 1.
It's a min crit. Oh no. He just sort of looks at you, and she just doesn't say anything.
She doesn't know what happened then.
And then she goes back to explaining what she's doing.
Okay.
Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
Good stuff for crit.
Okay. I need one more thing in exchange for this.
You're my
You don't even know what I want yet.
Well, then, okay, get to it.
No, you go first, because if you're gonna make demands, then
I want my car back.
Okay,
You have the car
you
back.
can have the car back.
Okay.
Also, Sam, I could just buy you a new car, probably.
Wow, only if you keep your job.
Well, I'm gonna keep my job.
I mean, I could buy me a new car if I wanted to.
Personally, I prefer if you were to keep your job. She's under that ton of lies, so.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's very sweet of
What
you.
do you want done?
Yeah.
I need the shipping manifest sealed in the Freijst stopgap. You know what this is.
Okay.
The stopgap is an infamous, more than famous, infamous generational memory archive.
Oh, God. No, we've had bad experiences with those in the past.
Well, and also I've
What is it? Full
had
of lava
bad
monsters?
experiences with sneaking into Freijst archive.
Yes.
Okay. Nadezhda, I just need to ask, when you say archive, do you mean dungeon full of lava monsters, or do you mean an actual archive? Because we've had
No.
this problem before.
There's no lava monsters in the Freijst archive.
Not.
So you want the shipping manifest?
Yes, I would like the shipping manifest, including information on the Lane to Kerr supply chain documentation.
Okay, well, I had to do this anyway. You didn't have to capture my friend to do it.
I didn't say I captured her friend.
Shipping manifest? The Freijst stopgap? Is it in the Freijst stopgap? Is it?
It's in there, yeah.
Where is the first stopgap?
Well, that's part of the problem.
Did you destroy it? Not you. You ardent.
No. We believe it is located in the rubble of one of the towers, specifically, and you would know this, you know that she's not lying, in your grandfather's tower.
Is that the one that's still on fire?
They're all on fire.
No,
But like that was a question to you.
Oh, yes.
Like the one that she met at last
Uh,
episode.
no, it's a different one.
Okay.
This is, you guys did go near there, immediately before leaving to go to Hypatia. If you recall, you were like right when the earthquakes were happening, and there
Okay.
was spellfire everywhere. You tried to locate, try to go to a building right on the inside of the wall between New Harbor and High Arcadia. And there was 2 towers there that were like, people were like streaming out of them. They were sort of crumbling.
Mhm.
They're not particularly tall towers. They're not like,
no, they're old.
they're
Not that
old.
tall.
Yeah.
Are they guarded?
Is this above the table or?
No, I guess this is Nadezhda.
I do not believe so. The current brownout situation is pretty rough. I do know that there is no spell grid coverage.
How much money do you have on you?
I don't carry cash.
Yeah,
What
who do you
valuable
think
thing
she
do you
is?
have on you?
The thing I'm offering you.
I don't work for people who kidnap my friends, so
How much
Didn't
was that pen
kidnap your
worth?
friend. Somebody else kidnapped your friend. I'm going to do what I can to get them free. Okay?
who kidnapped our friend?
I actually don't know.
You don't know
One of the C-suite.
Esther.
Well, I have exactly one suspect.
I have my suspects as well, but that's not the point. I didn't do it, and I'm going to take this as an opportunity to extend a hand of friendship to our new executive and do a favor for a favor in return.
Why do you need the shipping manifests? Isn't that my area of responsibility?
Because Eldon
Mm-hmm. That guy has a cool name.
certainly does, I think. Whatever, I don't care. I hate him. Eldon can't get his hands on it.
Oh. Okay, well, we can make sure he doesn't get his hands on it.
Do you know anything else about the stopgap or the area it's in?
I don't.
She doesn't need to know.
What I know is Miss Freijst here knows how to navigate whatever that is.
Okay, we'll do it. Please get out of my car.
Agreed?
Agreed. Get out of my car.
She gets out of the
Okay,
car.
is she getting past me?
Yes.
Does she give me the keys?
So that is
Finesse.
finesse.
Are you doing finesse?
I'm doing pick and pull.
Okay.
Again.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is okay. It is 16, but it is with fear.
Guys, I'm already
You
definitely
could have spent some in that car.
I could have. I could have.
This time I'm looking for something
I think she was
valuable.
intentionally trying to not upset you guys.
That's true. She did. We established.
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
we have to
She's-
establish, we have to push the boundaries to establish our relationship.
She's
So
a
we'll keep
little
pushing and
bit-
pushing until we can make them upset.
Yeah, she's a little bit afraid of me, perhaps.
It's like a substitute teacher. You know, you
She's-
got to figure out.
She's new, and you're new too, and she doesn't know the rules. So
So
I'm sure there's an internal document on how to deal with us specifically.
Oh yeah.
okay. So what do I get?
so wait. This is
This time I'm looking for something valuable.
define valuable.
Money.
I think you get a little pen
Another pen.
that is beautifully encrusted with jewels.
Okay.
It is gaudy. It is baroque. It is many gilded lilies. It was definitely made a long time ago in the old world,
Vex or somewhere else?
somewhere else.
Okay. Awesome. I don't work for kidnapping. I work for money.
All
You
right.
should have just paid me.
Yeah.
I don't know why people have to be difficult. Anyway.
I move into the driver's seat and start the car to drive off.
The driver's still in the car.
The driver's still there.
When I said get out of the car, I was not just talking to her.
Oh,
All right,
okay.
man. All right.
Give me your sunglasses. Let me drive.
You hear
Okay.
a gasp from the driver and from Nadezhda.
Shut up. You want me to make him drive? He doesn't know how.
There's another gasp.
You
from
will
the-
never speak of this.
Okay.
Carry on.
While we're going, can I quickly peruse the dossier?
Please remember to rate.
Not if you're gonna gasp
You
at
guys are,
me.
I'm assuming, leaving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what you're hearing as you leave. You hear, please remember to rate.
Gets
me."
3 stars.
2 stars.
Death, a death sentence, truly.
I intend to change the star culture so 3 is the standard, but it's not changed yet.
You see, like in the computer system, they're rated go from 5 to 4.999 and just flashing red. Like,
Yeah, yeah,
spiders,
yeah,
spiders,
yeah.
spiders.
The comment,
You hear pew pew pew.
the comment is, I do what I want. Don't look down on me for driving.
Yeah.
The dossier?
What's in the dossier? You want to know?
Yeah.
Make a knowledge check for me again. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to give it to you because this is not that kind of thing.
How much fear can I get? Please.
This is a dossier that seems to be like a small archive of Lay Monk's public gaffes and like embarrassing moments that they have been collecting, that Nadezhda appears to have been collecting manually, because in this world, writing things down physically is a kind of security,
Yeah.
which is why that pen is valuable.
She wants to impeach her.
It is a thorough storied and years long document.
Okay. Awesome. Can you just give me it's top one?
I mean,
Just a fun
the most recent
example.
one is Shibble.
Okay.
Is what happened at the after the trial, where Shibble was just beaten bloody effectively.
Okay.
But like the
What?
whole thing is about like how Monks was drunk at the time. Her drinking is like a really big problem.
Oh,
Um
I appeared as Morella to her.
when
And
At the
then
party.
at the I thought you meant
at the
I think meant to Nadira,
No.
sorry.
no.
No.
Is that part of it?
Yes, it is there. Yep.
Oh, you're famous.
About like ravings that Monks was saying, just like really like
Wait, that's crazy that she has this written down because I assume every single person at that party is under NDA.
I imagine that
most certainly.
Which
There's
means
no question.
Somebody spilled to her.
Or she was there.
I feel like one of the sections is like unhinged 3 a.m. sparkles from Lelu Monks.
Yeah, that's exactly like it's exactly that kind of stuff where it's like I'm going to kill the moon.
Errol Freist is weak on crack.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just like it's just all of these public gaffes that Morella was always like navigating for Leu, as the PR person, and it's just this whole dossier on effectively this is like what's the word for not what's it called when you have like
blackmail?
it's like something op
Oh,
like
yeah,
oppositional research, right?
yeah.
So it's like that on Leo Monks.
Okay.
Well, I support this cause.
Yeah.
Leu thinks she's unimpeachable. I think,
That's fine.
Do
Do you
you-
have Nadira's talk rock number?
yeah, I've got everybody's talk rock number.
Great. I'm gonna sell these back to her.
Do you know anything else about what's in the stopgap?
I didn't get that far, so not really. There's shipping manifests there. I guess the fact that I didn't even know about this didn't occur until yesterday means it's pretty top secret stuff.
Yeah, so the Stopgap is famously like it's a place that for the Freists to prove their value as in the case of like a catastrophic disaster. So Freist not just the name, but the Freist brand is always carried by the most deserving.
Well, we're definitely stealing everything in that vault.
I mean, technically that would make me the most deserving, I suppose.
Well,
And what we can't take, we'll destroy.
We'll have to think on that when we see it, because some of the stuff might be important to maintaining Vescarre as an operating country.
I'm not that invested in that outcome, but
Well, Sam, I recently acquired 312 employees, 313 if you count Shibble.
you're a job creator.
And no, I'm a job acquirer. I didn't create those jobs, but those people do kind of depend on me, so I feel like I should do my best within reason.
Well, do you know anything else about this tower?
Oh, Grandfather's Tower? Yeah, we can go there.
I mean, like, anything notable about it?
I mean, it's just like a Freijst tower. There would have been a lot of armed guards, but brownouts, a lot of magical defenses. The brownouts, like, it's probably markedly different from when I was last there.
did you tell me about like trying to fly a drone into the getting kicked out of your family?
Yes, you saw the video.
Did you also like? I'm trying to think. We can all gain a hope if we prepare together. So
Well, didn't we just do that before the car when we prepared and we got 2 hope each?
oh, that was on me being a drug dealer.
Oh, we can do it again.
Yeah.
I
mean, depending on how
I
the
guess-
car ride is.
Yeah. So I showed you guys that tape.
What is it that took down your drone?
Magic. I don't know. They've got like sensors and stuff, but It's probably all disabled now because the brownouts, unless they've got.
Wait, was that?
Unless they
remind
have.
me. Was that related to the tower in some way? I don't remember the exact specifics of this.
It was just like I found stuff I wasn't supposed to
Mhm.
find. Like it's kind of a test. Everything is a test when you get to a certain age. And it's not that I found stuff I wasn't supposed to find. It's that I didn't lie about it.
Mm.
I didn't keep the information to myself. Like that's why I was really in trouble. Then it was kind of my choice. I could have lied about it, sucked up to Errol, but I chose not to, and so I left. But I all that to say, there's probably some of that's probably disabled unless they have a sorcerer there or something.
I mean, okay. Do you know anything about the defenses that were there in the past?
It was very hard to find, like obscured in like a back tunnel, not magically obscured. At least not when I saw it. And then once I got inside, that's where like there's probably some sensor fields or something. I don't know. I didn't last very long. But I can show you where I found it.
All right.
And
I
I
think
draw
that
you a little map
I think
on
that
the
should count as preparing, right?
Yeah, for sure.
All
Absolutely.
right.
You guys see. Where did you go from here? I guess from the park 2 blocks away from your house.
Then you drive
Position.
to where
Yeah, I
we
guess
can
we're
get
driving to
Are
the
you gonna-
tower.
Okay, so
Yeah.
as you guys drive past your house, you see 3 zoot-suited people
Oh.
sort of stumbling out of your
Waiting
house.
Daddies.
Wait, the daddy slept in our house?
Yep.
Tanner, Ravenet, and
Oh.
Blue?
Yep.
Are their Joker suits all kind of mussed up?
Yeah, I mean they're a little less, voluminous than usual. So there's some structure elements have collapsed.
Roll down the window.
Um,
Do you guys need a ride?
Yeah. Oh man, crazy night, right? Wow. Please, can we get a ride?
Yeah, we're headed kind of Prometheum area. I don't know where you need to go.
Well, we just got new directions, so can we get in and we'll talk?
Yeah.
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 Holland. And
Um,
don't tell anyone you saw me driving.
I don't care that you're driving.
I think one
Some
of you
people
is
do.
probably gonna have to go in the passenger seat.
That's fine. What were the Tanner,
Tanner, Ravenet, and Blue.
Reddit, and Blue, right? So I think Blue is the one. He's the least talkative. He's probably asleep in the front seat.
Perfect.
And Tanner and Reddit are in the back seats with you guys. We'll say Tanner is Reddit was red. I know that. So
Mhm,
Tanner's
Tanner-
green.
Yeah.
So Tanner is the talkative one. Right now at the moment.
Classic Tanner.
Classic
Yeah.
Tanner. And he's just like, so Katarina just messaged us.
Well,
So like she wants us to go with you.
Like in general,
Where
or
you're going.
My
right now.
grandfather's office?
She didn't say. But
is there just like until further notice?
yeah, sort of a deal like that.
All right.
Alright.
But she specifically said like she wants whatever the Freijst have on the passage near the underfen. I don't know what that means.
People can't just like demand Freijst knowledge from me now that I'm in charge of it. Like I've got this like dragon-like desire to hold on to it now.
Reddit's like, well, if they can't ask it from you, who else are they gonna ask? I mean, you have it all.
You said the underfen,
Yeah.
and that doesn't mean anything to any of us.
No, that we
Yes, it
were in
does.
the
Oh.
Underfen.
Wait, what's the underfen?
It's the old fun roll place.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay.
It's
Fun.
the old fungal district that was near the Stormspire.
In the passage of Hyphasia.
You guys can come with, but she can't have it for free. We'll evaluate what the price is when we get
Blue
there.
is just like thumbs up, hat over face, thumbs up.
Hey, you guys want some Vex and tea?
all right,
So
but I have to
myself.
scold you for being hungover.
The
You're
car had the
so
built-in
sweet to
teapot.
us.
You are on the job. This is not appropriate for your work. Here, take a sip. And you. I expected better from you, Ravenet.
She's like, oh, thank you. You're so nice.
Blue, you're a good kid, but you need to straighten up and fly right.
And when you say that, the moment you say that, he sits just bolt upright, rolls the window down, and pukes out the window.
Yeah. Not in the car.
Outside of
Yeah,
the window.
he leans out the window.
Yeah, but like,
Still on
did he
the
get it?
side of
Yeah.
the car.
Yeah, it's all over the side.
you guys need to get my
Sure.
car washed after this is done.
And like he like goes back in and he's like not talking still, and he like rubs
Go
it,
ahead.
his face clean.
You just keep the cup.
Everything hurts.
Do you guys want some Volt?
All of them immediately and in absolute sync. Yes.
How late
should I
were
get
you
them
guys?
some Volt?
Were you guys out last night?
Put it on my tab.
He got in like maybe 2 hours ago.
Oh wow. Hey, you guys. Would you guys be willing to participate in an informal survey?
Make a presence roll.
Crit.
Clear stress if you have any. They're all like, yeah, we have time before we get to wherever we're going, right? We can do that.
It'll take us a little bit of time.
Yeah.
Well, we're looking for information on the today's drug user, and really the experience that we can use to take that to the next level.
Oh my God. I'm going to tell you right now, they know every user in the city of Vescarre, and they are friends with 3/4 of them and are like feud level enemies with the rest.
You're welcome.
Ooh, where do you stand on
Thank you.
fuse?
They're fine. Like they have good drugs sometimes. Other times they get real weird, and I don't like the weird part. But like they have terrible taste in music and clothes. I'll say that.
Damn right. Have you ever taken Ghost Class and Thread Cut at the same time?
Yes.
Sam's really interested in this.
It's called ghost cutting.
Ghost cutting the whip.
Yeah.
Not thread glass?
No.
You don't want to thread glass.
No, thread glass is like
yeah,
is wrong.
no, yeah, absolutely. Not. Don't get started on that.
No. Imagine just literally disappearing.
Well, I do that all the time.
I noticed there is very little yup around this.
It's like kid stuff.
But it's foreign. I feel like we could really market this as something before they understand that everyone in
Nobody wants Vexen stuff.
It's true. We only
You
drink
need to-
Candelone vodka here.
You need to get a counterculture.
It's an
going.
untapped market.
Wait, are you saying we could make it cool?
You could definitely convince Fuse to drink it.
Like
We
cool
could-
daddy-o cool?
No.
Maybe actually cool. Not like
We could never make it actually cool, but we could
You could make it
get a whole
ironic,
bunch of it.
I don't really
And
do
then-
irony. I do more full-throated, like
but
embracing
like
of
your customers might do irony.
Look,
Do you do
if-
money?
if you want.
yes.
If
So
you
we-
want to
we-
make it cool, you need to put it into a carbonated tonic water.
All right. Carbonate, yup.
And you need to put 0 sugar. And then people will flock to it.
I'm gonna find out what we distill yup from eventually, and it's gonna
Oh,
be
it's
awful.
like straight up like cattails and marshmallows. Like,
It's gonna be.
yeah,
I'm going to.
there's at least a
work on
bird's
that.
nest involved.
You could probably get some pretty interesting
point
flavors if
is-
you use river water.
Yeah.
We carbonate
Actually-
yup. We put 0 carbs on it, even though there are carbs, and we all know it's from.
It's got carbonated. Is that not carbs or?
And we sell it to people. I mean, like, get the Vexen experience. These
Actually-
people that have stuff because of this, and it will only last like 6 months, and then the backlash will come. But we have our money by then.
Cordelia makes a good point. Has anyone ever tried distilling river water? Because I know at least one person who got magic powers from it.
That shit is so gross and also dangerous.
Yeah, that's
You could definitely
if
convince
it's dangerous,
to
then it
drink it.
must be it can be made into a good drug.
You've heard the stories. People like die and shit when they
Well, our
drink that.
friends
Carissa
survived.
did have a whole experience called "Can I Eat That?"
Yeah,
So,
and
Yeah.
the level of thing that Shibble could eat, but no one else could and survive is definitely.
No.
I mean, Shibble's notoriously famous for
How
eating
much?
things.
How much concentration of river water do you need for it to be fatal? Like,
Yeah, what if it's just a
one drop,
splash?
like just a little spritz,
I mean, it's
like bitters,
Like
just
a
a little.
baptism's worth.
about yeah, dip your head in
but
there. You're
it's we'll call it Vescarre holy water.
yeah, it's like holy water, but it kills you instead. And you don't even have to drown. You just have to have like
So
in your nose
one
and also
drop
your eye.
rule, like you
Can
take.
thank you. Can I advance my project clock by one more?
Yes, you may.
And I'm going to make up various drug dealing networks by the next session.
Here,
Okay.
Blue, while we drive, I need you to read these personnel files to me, please.
I think you also need to make a bunch of slang names for the different
files
drugs
just fall on
too.
his face.
Ah,
Just like groaning.
okay, well, you better clean those up when we get there.
I guess we get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, so I'm gonna say that I think I didn't mention this part, but I should have. So there you have like a 4-hour window that she gave you, starting
Mm.
like around the time you guys arrive if you left immediately. Which is why I asked.
A deadline?
Yes.
I'm assuming that
Okay.
means she thinks Eldon Oswald is going to make a movie.
She did not say.
Well,
What's your work schedule like today? How many meetings do you have to miss to do this?
I mean, what does it say?
No.
I feel like it's pretty freeform.
It's pretty free right now. Yeah, yeah.
They were like,
I think this is part of your job to get
do things off the books. Well, to get
wrinkle the
information on
Freijst.
the Linda Kerr is part of it, yes.
You are marked as out of office.
Oh my, they're really, HR is having a field day with how many days off I'm taking.
No, you're working. You're marked as working
Traveling.
from. Yeah.
They got the little.
Oh, can you
airplane
expense
around.
the mileage?
I mean, yeah, are you paying for the mileage in the first place?
No, but since when does that matter?
I can make money on this.
I mean, paying for gas and wear and tear.
So this is
Paying for
is this a gas vehicle? Did we establish this?
Oh, yeah, that's a good
No, I
question.
think it's a magic
I think
vehicle.
it's a
I
magic
it is
vehicle,
magic
yeah.
They
vehicle.
explicitly stole the other
Yeah,
one because
yeah,
of
yeah.
gas.
So I would be clear, like as you guys travel through the city, these rolling brownouts of like of the spell grid, you guys are affected by this. Like there are periods where the car simply won't work. And
Okay, guys, we just gotta coast.
It
for
just
a
kind of
second.
coasts into the car in front of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Nope, we're not gonna crash. Don't worry, I'm steering us away.
And you see that there are vehicles all over these roads that are like, I mean, there's not a lot of vehicles. Somebody spent a fear. Okay. Thank y'all. Etten, yeah, great.
We love
Oh,
you,
I've been
Etten.
driving.
Love you,
things
Etten. This is going to be okay, so this is on you driving. Let's do this. Let me go to my environmental stat sheet here real quick. No, why is that happening? I don't want that. Okay, so this would be down here. Sorry, I need to find my environmental stat sheet, and this document is huge.
It's okay. I'll narrate. A bus full of nuns.
No. Here's what happens. Before you guys even arrive at New Harbor,
There's just two guys in the middle of the street carrying a pane of glass. Right.
before you guys even arrive at all, you need to cross from you guys are at Old Quarter, so you need to cross into New Harbor and then into
It's like right on the border, right?
right on the border of High Arcadia. Before you guys even get to New Harbor, the car can't move.
Oh,
Like you've hit effectively an area of no spell coverage.
can you jumpstart us, please? Here, just move Blue and move all my papers.
In the back. Take another sip of tea.
Blue crawls, lands directly on you guys' laps.
All right. Do I guess I make an instinct roll?
Yep. Is your spell presence?
My personal officially for like sorcerers it's presence, but we established it as instinct.
Right.
So that is with hope 18, 21.
21 with hope. Yeah, so you are able to jumpstart the car. And I guess the real sort of clincher here is you don't let go of that. You have to like hand on the car. You're
Like when we stole
feeding. Yeah,
the
exactly.
van.
Yeah.
I picture it being like how you would hotwire a car, except Nadezhda has to hold both of the wires.
Yeah, more or less.
I
is
think
exactly
that's
what's
what we
happening.
did last time.
Yes.
Is
Yeah.
I was sitting on her lap driving while she held on wires.
Yeah. So like you are directly powering this vehicle.
Looks like I have a minor infection.
Here, take some Volt if you want.
So I'm gonna say this. The distance you have to travel like this, you will mark a stress.
Okay.
This is this is not negligible. You have to travel across like the southwestern corner of New Harbor, and then through the big main gates of High Arcadia, which are stuck open, and are being instead manned by like armed security guards.
And so that whole distance is dead magic.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna have
Totally
to
dead.
park the car outside the gates because me driving kind of undermines my credibility.
How
But
far,
no one will be able to steal it. So
how far are we from the...
It's like we're dropping you off at school and have to go 1 block away so people can't see it.
It's like 2 miles.
mhm.
No, not 2 miles. I'm sorry. That's way too far. It's like maybe a half a mile to a mile.
All right.
Thank you, I appreciate
And that's with like
you.
all of the you have to zigzag on the anyway. Point is,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's slow going.
All right.
There are vehicles all over the roads here. There are security forces patrolling. All the security forces you see either have identifiable, like you can identify and know like the branding on their logos, or they have branding you haven't ever seen before, but is really obvious.
hmm
Um, and there's very clear tensions between some of these.
I know, like, previously, them had like a steering wheel lock. So I imagine we find like the 2 pieces of that have just been cut in half when they took the car.
Don't worry, no one can steal it unless they're a sorcerer, and there are very few of them. So,
Sure.
and if they steal it, they probably needed it more than we did.
The other sorcerers we know are my brothers, Nico, Later, and Mordborg. So let's hope it's my brothers.
All of those 3 would need the car more than us.
So things like helicopters run on magic, right?
Mhm.
Imagine nobody is willing to run a helicopter right now. Because if you
Yeah.
ran into a patch of dead magic, you would just be dead.
Make an instinct check for me.
It's pretty good. 19, 21 with hope.
I think you have a brief moment of insight here where you say, "Oh, a helicopter falling out of the sky in a patch of like blackout like this would look a lot like what you saw. You saw Cordelia's family, the helicopter."
I mean, I would picture that we're just not seeing any helicopters.
No,
right
you're
now.
definitely not. But you definitely understand that, like basically, you think like a helicopter flying through the sky would, if it hit like a patch of dead, like blacked out magic, would just fall out of the sky. And even if
Exactly
it
like
caught
what
it
we saw.
again, it would be unable to like right itself.
Mm.
So no helicopters.
Those things are death traps. I don't trust them.
So it's all sorcerer pilots from now on.
Don't give me that idea.
Well, hopefully your brother with us being in helicopters.
That's probably why he's doing it. All right.
Okay, so we park our car somewhere relatively inconspicuous.
As much as it's
I
possible
give
with this
Sam
car.
back his sunglasses. I straighten my blazer so my badge is on display.
Sam puts his spare sunglasses back in his pocket and puts those sunglasses on.
All right.
Nadezhda reverses her shame blazer into a regular blazer.
None of us know what it means, so we're just like, oh, outfit change, fun.
Yeah.
There's like an etiquette guide somewhere of like.
Yeah.
You guys see that, like, first of all, the spell grid is totally dead here. The security officers that are walking around are using like old, like mechanical style weapons, the kinds of stuff you would see in Vex. And in fact, you kind of get the impression that some of these are like Vexen mercenaries. Not just Vexen, although you do specifically identified Vexen ones. You also see mercenaries from other parts of the old world.
They got here fast.
Likely they were on ships already doing security.
That just kind of coasted back.
Mhm.
Mm.
Thank goodness I
They were on
reversed my
ships.
shame blazer. The Vexens would know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They might not be my biggest fan if they were on ships, but let's proceed.
So there are, you guys sort of feel like, you can feel like when you walk between little patches of where there's a little bit of magical energy and where there's not, it kind of makes your hair stand up a little bit. And so the gates here, like I said, they're open. They're massive, like the height of Notre Dame, right? And they're just sort of like parked open and like hanging a little bit. And there's just like wire, like what do you call that? Razor wire, like laid out, and there's like a path, a very clear like security checkpoint path with like lots of, it looks like people who are angry at each other doing security. And it's not impossible by any stretch to get through. It's easy. You guys have all of the required documentation. This has clearly been cleared. Your presence here has been okayed at a high level. Things are working in your favor, but you do see other people being turned away, including people that you might assume would not be turned away, just from like the clothes they're wearing or something.
People like the jogger that they met when I was out, who are like visibly rich, but maybe not important enough.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. There are,
The
you
new
entered here.
money.
What's that?
I said the new money.
Exactly. Yeah. Nouveau riche. Yeah. So, you get through, no problem. And you are immediately faced with the sort of disaster scene that you saw before you left, where there are just big open, like, gashes in the ground that look like there was something like erupting out of them. Buildings around you are still smoldering a little bit, not a ton. But there are just like obvious like goods that have fallen out of people's condo high rises.
Anything
and
good?
like you could look if
Yep,
you want. Yeah, make a knowledge check.
17 with fear.
We'll say this is a reaction.
Okay, 17.
Can't put any more fear.
That makes
Yeah.
taking pity on us.
No, I really think that this is a little different. This is you're seeing this stuff in the immediate area and going, oh, I wonder, is that
Yeah,
good?
I'm not
Is
like
that good?
stopping to examine it. I'm
Right.
just like,
A 17 yields you like, what do you think Sam would think is good?
looking for a new TV.
Definitely
Cool.
no TV.
How are you going to carry around a TV?
I don't know.
Is it like, does it look like, on the Oregon Trail where people like had to climb up mountains and they like discarded all the like
Yeah,
What about, like,
cupboards
advanced
and
Do we
things?
find like an axle or something?
yeah, for
enormous
sure.
cupboards, like heavy stuff that people
Yeah.
are
I mean,
like, I can't
Literally,
carry this.
things
It's-
fell out of condos,
Yeah,
high
like-
rises. Yeah, like buildings are like sitting askew, and like the windows are just crashed through, and there's like couches and like dining room tables and clocks. There are TVs, but they fell like 30 stories. So
Sam, how about a nice watch or something?
I mean, yeah, or like, if I see a couch that really matches up with our decor.
Okay, but we're leaving it here and coming back for it.
yeah, you find there's plenty of stuff. You could definitely take it. Some of it's burning. People are like literally burning it for like heating water, like literally.
And still, it's been like several
Why are they
days.
still
It's
in
been
here?
2 weeks.
Why don't they leave?
That's a good question.
Yeah, because
I'll
this is
ask
the
them.
richest part of town.
I mean, people. This is
This is the Prometheum, right?
Oh,
no. This is not the Prometheum. This is
that's
just inside High Arcadia.
Still,
Just inside the wall of High Arcadia from New Harbor. And I think the people you ask just sort of say like, I don't want to leave the walls because this is where I live. This is like, I'm just waiting until the power gets turned back on.
The buildings go straight again?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's just like burn the couch today, but then where are you going to sit?
I worry about that when it's a problem. It's,
Well-
also, this isn't my couch. I didn't burn my couch.
Fair enough.
it's going to be a while before the power comes back on.
Also,
Yeah, we've
other
heard some
parts-
rumors.
other parts of the city do have power.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, I don't want to leave because I can't get back
Don't
in.
you
Like,
have a
I can't
summer
prove who
house?
I am.
They're asking.
I can't prove who I am. I can't get back in.
Well, just
Who
go
are
stay in your
you?
summer house till this
Yeah,
stuff
You don't
comes
know
out.
me.
No. Okay. Well, thank you for answering my questions. So I'm going to keep going.
Okay, I'm just
These
saying you
people are
should
impossible
leave.
to
They are.
deal
They're
with, and I am vexed.
utterly insufferable.
Okay.
These are a
If
bunch
you
of,
were
like,
looking for
NIMBY-ass, like-
relief from this situation, would you want A, disassociation from reality, B, emotional distance, or C, a religious experience?
See?
All right.
Just saying you could go have a little life-changing experience outside the walls. Then that would make you appreciate the walls more when you come back.
It really scares me. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Okay, well keep burning
My
your
neighbor
trash then.
left and it's been 2 weeks. I haven't seen him.
He's probably
He's
fine.
probably dead.
Nadezhda is 2 blocks away.
Okay, well my friend, I have to catch up with her and I've got more important stuff than to try to convince you to make a good
Yeah, you gotta
decision.
burn your jacket or what? Then get out of here.
I don't even burn my jacket. What's wrong? Look at this badge. I can come in and out whenever I want.
Give me that badge.
No.
Give me that badge.
No.
No, it's
you want me
mine.
to have the snipers get you?
I think I'm like
Make a
several
presence
red
roll.
laser dots appear.
Yep.
See, this is why we need Shibble.
This one is hot. Okay, that is it's with fear, but it's you said presence.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a 17.
So I think the guy you're talking to does sort of stand back. Guy's like a halfling.
Oh, he's so
Uh,
small.
He's a little dude with a little
Now I feel bad for threatening him.
like a little house coat on. And
Oh,
it's
no.
little ragged. But he's wearing like gold jewelry and like he's, you know, those gloves. No, not gloves. It's the opposite. The inverse of a glove is a shoe. Like his shoes are like very nice leather, and they're sort of like immediately falling apart, which is crazy. It's literally been 2 weeks. But the ground here is very uneven. Like there's no passage through here at all.
Hmm.
But yeah, he kind of backs off a little bit, and then you have like a moment, and this is the fear. Fear.
I'm becoming a monster.
No, it's not. It's not quite that abstract. It's a little different. It's like, oh, actually, you can't call the snipers.
Oh,
There's no your talk rock. It's dead.
Okay.
Even though you're 2 blocks away.
Can I turn back and be like, is he giving you trouble?
He runs away.
I come walk over to you and say, Nadezhda, I'm never letting you get that far again when we're in a brownout zone.
All right. Everyone stay close to Nadezhda.
Okay. And you guys like make your way through a bunch of detritus, destroyed buildings, destroyed cars, destroyed everything.
I reach back and pat my invisible moose with my automatic weapon on it.
Tanner, Renner, and Blue are just sort of like climbing through. In my head, like Blue is the shortest. And he's just sort of like having a little trouble getting through, and like Tanner and Renner pulling him up.
Aw.
And like he's real quiet, and every once in a while he just kind of goes like this and then pukes a little bit and then comes back. But they're keeping up pace with you. And you guys come up to a tower, and it's a think of it as like a white squat, like a tall building for this area, but not by any stretch a skyscraper, but maybe like 20 floors. Maybe.
How ruined is it?
It's pretty ruined. It's less ruined than the immediate areas around it. Again, no spell grid at all. No ability to do anything.
Is it like one of those like some of the buildings are at like a 45-degree angle or something? Is it like fairly straight?
It's
up and down?
fairly straight up and down. There is a part that's very clearly like a section has fallen out of the wall, and there's just a big hole. And the ground isn't the floor in the building is clearly not exactly flat, but like there's no obvious external structural instability. It just looks like it was parts of the walls were ripped off, and in doing so, the parts of the floors were sort of smashed.
So we just, dig into the basement?
No, it's in the stairwell. The
Um,
basement's too obvious.
So
I just assumed it would be bigger, I guess. I was picturing like a bank vault.
The stopgap is like everyone has their own. It wouldn't make sense unless you have to see it.
Okay.
Okay.
Mostly for
So-
information, not for big objects.
Is it magical in nature? Like, can I use my arcane sense to
Ooh.
get a bearing on where it is?
It should be, but
But
very
the
interesting.
brownouts are happening, so I'm not sure if it'll work.
I would also think it should be fairly easy to figure out where the stairs were relative to the building.
Okay.
Let me look at some real quick. So I would like Nadezhda to give me an instinct roll.
I've got 5
Okay.
hope I can aid you if you want.
It is with hope, but it is 5 total. It's a 3 and a 2. Oh, wait. Instinct with 3 plus 3 is 8.
You're having trouble finding a way to get in the building. It appears that like the obvious doors, like entrances, have collapsed. So there's just like rubble and it's hard to get in. I say you because you had established that you were in the lead.
Okay.
So
Okay, let's find the evacuation tunnels. I'm sure there's some.
give me an instinct roll.
Can I help?
Actually, would
you
it be
absolutely can.
knowledge? Because I'm trying to recall.
Oh yes, you absolutely can use knowledge here. Yes.
I feel like Sam thinks a lot about evacuation tunnels and where he would put them, so this is like how he can
That
help.
does track a lot.
So that's also pretty bad. It's a 12 with fear.
Did you roll with advantage?
No. Was I supposed to?
Well, because I helped.
Oh, I didn't hear. Thank you. You're like, remember it. It's gonna be a 13 with fear.
I think you suggest somewhere for an escape tunnel. I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense because like you would need it to go this way to do like.
Well, I also have a bad sense of direction, so yeah, I need your help kind of helping me through it.
13 with fear, you're looking around, you're not seeing the tunnels. Where you think a tunnel would be, it's like clearly filled in. I think the fear is like this was
Plan.
not filled in
No.
by rock or by some natural
Somebody
filled
was
this.
trying to trap them, potentially.
Ooh.
Or is trying to protect the stopgap.
I think you at this moment hear a voice.
Could one of your family be alive?
Maybe. Hello?
Hello? Who is that? Who is it? Get away. We don't want any. Go.
I'm not selling anything.
Then what are you doing here?
Here on official business.
For whom?
Ardent and Freijst are the Ardent subsidiary.
Silence. A little scurrying. Who sent you?
Ardent?
We don't want any. Go away.
Not selling anything. I'm here to take something.
Well, we have no idea what business you could possibly want.
Who are you?
Do we have an idea of where this voice is coming from?
Just within the building. It appears maybe like a floor up.
Listen,
maybe
we
two floors
can
up.
help you. We can get in and out.
We don't need your help.
Okay, I want to do a thing. So first I need to do a little switcheroo on my vault. For stress for that.
Ooh, I think that's the first switcheroo we have
Yeah, it is.
seen.
It is.
And
I was like, oh, we're growing.
I'm going to use shape material, and spend a hope. Oh, I guess also going to spend a hope. To shape a section of natural material you're touching, such as stone, ice, and wood, to suit purpose. We know larger than you, so I want to like try to make like a gap like up at that floor, like just like open up the thing so we can see that person.
You mark a stress for successfully using magic pulling off of Nadezhda's battery.
Alrighty.
It hurts you. It makes your eye twitch a little bit this is difficult. This is way harder than it should be. But it works. And a hole opens up and you see a small group of people pull away. Oh my God.
We're not going to hurt you.
Who are you? What are you doing here? Little kid is like, leave us alone.
Cordelia Freijst.
Make a presence roll.
I'm just imagining how few the situations where saying I'm Cordelia Freijst is going to help you.
17 plus 5 is 23 plus 1, 24 with fear. I'm sorry, guys. I keep falling.
On a 24 with fear, you hear silence for a second. And then a panel in the wall opens. And you are greeted with the faces of 30 to 40 people.
Well, hello.
And you see an older, like, I'm going to say like 60-year-old woman dressed in clothes that you don't see in Vescarre. This woman's wearing clothes from the equivalent of 1860 to us. Full, like ankle length clothes, like skirts, an apron, hair under like a scarf. And she looks tough as fucking nails. And her eyes are like, she's Qatari. So like her eyes are like this glowing yellow green, and she has them so tightly closed as she's scanning you. And she's like, you're the one that kicked out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Debatedly, it was kind of my choice, but yes.
Why would anybody ever choose that? Come in.
Come in, guys. This is my team.
So it opened up on the first floor?
Yeah, it opened up there's a hole in the ceiling. A child is now climbing through this hole. A little Dracona.
They don't work for Ardent. It's just me.
Why would a Freijst work for Ardent?
Well, what are you gonna? Or they're not gonna work for Freijst anymore.
I think she welcomes you into this thing, and she kind of explains who they are. These are the house staff, and they have been holed up in here waiting for any word.
Did Freijst make you dress up like it was the 1860s?
They don't. You would know this. They don't interact outside of themselves.
And grandfather had old-fashioned taste. So,
I mean, you're telling me.
I mean, it's the year 98, so I guess this would be like year 0, because we established
a little older, but yeah.
Fashion moves a lot faster.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, this is not even like your grandfather's era of fashion. This is like before that.
It's like just barely before that, but I think really it's that like
They never change.
they just don't change. They don't.
Yeah.
They don't interact with. These are people that would otherwise live in the low light districts, and some of them might. In fact, I think she tells you.
But they're like the downstairs.
Exactly. And they're here because they didn't know what to do.
They just
Some of these
left
people are
you here?
dock workers. Some of these people are. Most of them are house.
Hey, do you guys need
Stuff.
help? I mean, we can.
We're waiting for the Freijsts to come back.
They're not.
Oh,
coming
they're
back.
not coming back.
I'm the only one.
No.
I mean, technically, you're not the only one.
We don't know.
No.
They're not coming back.
No. That's absurd.
I know. I didn't believe it either. My father somehow got involved in single combat with Leo monks, and she bested him, and that deal that they had on the table, I suppose, involved the company going to her then. And that is Ardent.
So I guess you belong to Lelu Monks.
Well, I don't think Leo monks knows these people exist, so if you want to leave,
Yeah, we can help.
we won't stop you. But I
You know what?
also
We couldn't
understand you
go.
if you want to work for me.
Where could we go? There's nowhere to go.
I mean, we can help you get on your feet.
The rest of Vescarre is
Yeah,
not fine,
but better than this.
Who would we work for?
Well, you could work for me if you want. You could work for Nadezhda.
Or me, I guess.
Yeah, or
But
Sam.
you're not Freijsts, and you're not married to Freijst.
No.
We owe our lives to the Freijst.
Is it in your contracts? Is that what's stopping you, or is it
I've
your
never
personal?
seen my contract.
Well, me neither. Join the
So
club.
you just live here in this tower all the time to
We,
serve
we,
the
we
Freijst?
do stuff. It's what we do. The Freijst are bosses. They're the ones who know what to do.
Do you ever go outside?
Sure. I don't like it out there.
Oof. I mean, I don't like it out there either, but I
But
go.
it's better than in here.
You see, there's probably like more people are sort of gathering. There's probably 60 or 70 people.
I mean,
Do you have food to continue?
Of course they have food.
No, but for how long?
Why would we? However long we need.
I mean, are you
You can live here for 50 years on the food you
If we
have
need to.
there.
There's underground farms.
There's farms in the back. There's farms underground.
I mean, I think they're insane, but they have a right to stay here.
I mean, look, here's my number. If you need any help.
So call me maybe.
Nadezhda, how whimsical of you.
I'm just saying, I feel for you. I sympathize with your situation, and I want to help if you need it, but I understand if you don't.
You couldn't possibly sympathize with my situation. You've never known people as honorable and noble as the Freijst.
Oh. Uh-huh.
No,
Right,
that's just
Ms.
boldly,
Cordelia?
yes.
I remember you. The older woman speaks up. I remember you. You were so. You fell a lot.
And I still do. Would you like to work for me?
I assume I do because
And you probably do, but I don't think Ardent knows you exist, so they
I would
don't know
hope
anything.
not. I wouldn't ever want them to know anything about me.
Oh, amazing. Well, I would say,
Can you subcontract one of them to be like my butler?
Sam, you can't just sign over a person to you.
They'd still work for you. You'd just be subcontracting them to me.
What skills do you all have?
They all speak up and give their different. I mean, they all do all kinds of jobs. It's like I said, a lot of house stuff. There are literally there's butlers. There's chauffeurs. Yeah, for sure. There are groomsmen. Is that what they're called? Would take care of the horses?
Yeah.
But it's not horses. It's
I don't have horses.
Imagine there's some valets.
Valets. Yeah. There's that for cars. What would that be?
Oh, like a pit crew almost.
Yeah. There are definitely valets. There are definitely, I mean, it's all downstairs stuff. It's just like maids and whatever, cooks, etc. There are gardeners. There are a lot of dock workers and ship's crew.
So the person we're talking to is an older person, right?
Yeah.
When she says the thing about the great and honorable phrase, I want to watch the younger people and see if they have a reaction to her saying that. Does it seem like they're on board with that, or are they oh?
Yeah, I don't think that there's any obvious, what you observe is people who are terrified. Their entire understanding of the world has been fundamentally broken. The person who they obviously consider their protector is apparently gone, and all they know how to do is people are telling you they've come here because this is where the only place they could think to go where somebody could take care of them.
I'll do my best to take care of you.
Of course.
And I'm willing to help fund this charitable endeavor.
Oh, don't call it charity. They will hate that.
But did he just say that?
No, he said nothing. I'm afraid you listen to what I say. He said nothing.
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, what I have to ask, so what is your name, ma'am?
I am Methella.
Methella. Okay. Methella. Do you speak for the rest of these people?
No, I don't speak for anybody but myself.
Okay.
All the other people go, yes.
Okay, thank you. Would you prefer to work in a Freijst tower that is falling apart actively, where perhaps other Freijst employees are being held? Or would you prefer to work in an office where you can more likely do your normal jobs, but it's an ardent facility.
Cordelia shows up on Monday. These are my 70 secretaries.
I think
Some of them are children.
They won't question it.
in little newsy cap. Like, I think she's sort of like, that's a very big question. I don't.
Okay, well, we've got to do something. We've got a time limit, so you think on it.
Did you come for the stopgap
Of course I did. Where else would I come for?
to save us?
Well, I didn't know about you.
Oh,
You did a great job of protecting yourselves.
we did what we were supposed to do. We protect the stopgap.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm here
I
for
didn't
it.
say that.
I'm here for it, and I don't. I have to be very careful with my words here. I would like us to get it in a way that's mutually beneficial.
Of course. Yours by right. Assuming that you can prove your worth.
Okay, well, let's prove my worth.
Oh, we're so rude.
Sam,
There we go.
stop
There's the
undermining
turn.
me in
There's the
front
turn.
of my new staff. That I think the only way to save them is boss them around, which is very counter to what I want to do. I might even voluntarily mark a stress.
I'm just saying you can spare a few to be my butler and my mechanic and my chauffeur.
They lead you to a it's well, you said where was it located?
In the stairwell, I think is the entrance.
So, like,
it's
there's-
like inconspicuous.
It's absolutely entirely inconspicuous. They take you to the panel sort of it's one of those panels that is intended to move for the help,
Mhm.
right? It's like it's intended to like make it so that the help isn't seen as traveling around the
And
around
that
the
in
building.
and of itself is a test to see if if you would even
Yeah.
consider to look there.
Right, exactly. Yep. And she, allows you through, and it leads you to a like a little set of stairs that takes you to a little dark stone room that you've been to before.
Hmm.
You've
Now I'll
never
mark my stress.
you've never been past here.
Mhm.
But you have been in this room, and you have seen people in this room talking. All of your talk rocks are dead. Everything here is just organic's the wrong word. What's the material object? What's it called? Anyway, it's
Mundane?
Natural material.
yeah, mundane is a good way to put it. Mundane, non-magical, non-technological. There are no lights, except for a screen that is like glowing very faintly.
I'm going to use prestidigitation to eliminate the room.
Um, so you do mark a stress for that.
Oh, okay. Oh, then I'm not going to do that.
Okay.
Because it's only because Nadezhda.
Yeah, because normally that's pretty cost free. So
Yeah.
I won't do it
Okay.
if there's
A
cost.
screen as in like a paper screen, or a screen as
No,
in
like
a TV screen?
like a small like CRT style, like very small square glass screen. And this, as you guys approach it, it lights up. Like, it seems to glow in your presence, and then as you approach it, it seems to light up. Above the screen is there's stuff on the walls. There's like rope and what's it called when you etch stuff into baleen? Not baleen, into
Scrimshaw?
There's
Like
scrimshaw.
a pirate cave?
A little bit, but it's like obsidian.
Yeah.
There's
material.
like some fake skeletons.
Yeah,
like
a little bit.
Could be real skeleton.
Pirates
And
of
it's
the
like-
Caribbean ride.
As you guys approach it, and the screen sort of like starts to glow. The woman that's leading you, she sort of, oh my gosh, it hasn't been on at all. What happened?
Bye.
That's the Freijst for you.
Yeah, my honor and nobility.
Above the screen, it says, It
Sorry,
says,
Nadezhda, me taking credit for your work is about the most worthy thing I could do in this moment.
That's fine. That's just like, oh, great, more problems.
above the screen in like a brass plate, it says for all errors. And then on the screen, it says, like in blinking green light, like an old school terminal style, like text screen, in all caps, awaiting second competitor, system will not activate. And that's
Second
we're
Christ.
gonna go to break.
Okay. Well, one of you's gonna have to marry me, I guess.
welcome to cake. We had cake break, which is what we do now. It's our new tradition. By new, I mean this is like week 4 of it.
Yeah, but I realized that nobody wants to be the first person to post a picture of their cake break. So
That's true.
I
especially if
posted
they're
one
by
in the
themselves.
Discord.
Oh,
this
good
one.
call. Good call. Yeah. If you would like to join us on cake break, please send pictures of cake that
Maybe
you are
I'll
eating.
post my
Send
recipes
cakes.
in the
Send
Discord.
cake. We'll eat it on stream.
If you pay me money, I'll send you cake.
Yeah, for sure.
Just a roundabout way of opening a
A
A
bakery.
bakery, yeah. It's a Rube Goldberg
Like,
machine.
yeah, we started as a stream, and then we ended up as a bakery.
Hey, according to our accountant, it happens more times than you think.
And that became a romantic comedy with Diane Lane.
All right. So we return to the moment, the scene of being inside this sort of obsidian, like
Pirate cave.
yeah, a little bit. And there's a terminal, like and this terminal is like in the wall, so like it's kind of like it's an old CRT style screen, and it bends outward a little bit. And yeah, it says on the screen. I shouldn't have taken a drink immediately before saying something. Awaiting second competitor. System will not activate.
Okay.
I'm gonna need to borrow some of your blood.
Well, I do have this knife that's especially effective on me. And it's non-magical.
Okay.
Mathila, before we do anything drastic, does anybody here have Freijst blood?
No.
Okay. We might have to do something drastic. I apologize.
All
Well-
right. So we were discussing one of us marrying you.
Yeah, I think it has to be a blood relative.
Oh,
So we would have to marry you and then have a child, and then once you have the
Oh.
child, then they can be the competitor.
And they'd have to fight my baby?
you'd win against the baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
All right.
it doesn't even stand a chance.
Is there any sort of is there any like a needle and a eyedropper thing, testing strips? Like, do I need to test blood? Or
There is literally like a little a little point that comes out of the wall. I mean, it doesn't move, it's just sticking out of the wall. And like a little like the holy water holder. Why is it like the third time holy water's come up? This is exactly what I imagined it as.
we are
The
back.
fun.
Yeah, little-
Oh, it's so
like-
culty.
And like there's a it looks like it's a small drain.
Oh, wait, like at churches where they have the drain that goes straight into the ground instead of the sewer system, so the blood of Christ doesn't end up in the sewer.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Huh.
What's the wall around the screen made of?
It's like a rough dark granite.
Okay, let's see.
I'm going to use shape material to make a hole in the
You'll
wall.
take a stress for this.
Okay.
You're gonna make a hole in the wall?
Yeah, I just want to make like an entrance, like a door.
Oh, there are doors. Sorry, I did not.
There's
But the
locked
doors are locked.
The
right?
doors are
No,
locked. They are.
I'm making my own door that's not locked.
Okay.
Oh, Sam, maybe you are first after all.
So
Everything's chest. And by door, I mean I'm making a hole.
yeah, like you did upstairs.
Yeah.
I think. So the first thing I think you realize is that this is many more than 3, 4, or even 5 feet thick.
Right.
That there is I mean, you can open a space, but it doesn't seem to go anywhere. And
So
it's
even
very
like
dark.
the side of the door just keeps going back.
Yeah.
Nadezhda, can you want an executive presence as like does that change your blood?
I'm trying to. What I'm doing is essentially doing uncanny disguise.
Okay. Yeah.
I can don a facade
Pick
of
your
any,
favorite
and I
sibling or
have
cousin.
advantage on presence rolls to avoid scrutiny.
Hmm.
Maybe blood is scrutiny. I don't
I
know.
think so. I mean, our only other option would be to get Arden to let Imogen come down here, and I don't
A
think
final
Or
thing
try to
is,
hack the screen, I guess.
could
Yeah.
I turn to Marcella? Do you have any vials of Freijst blood? This really seems like
She
something that
looks
Freijst would do.
horrified at the prospect.
Like for an emergency medical thing.
Ah,
You know,
no,
like you
Like
keep
for a
you keep some around in
transfusion?
case they need a transfusion.
no, absolutely not.
Would you like some
Check
Freijst
the back of the
blood?
fridge.
No, not at all. Why? I mean, you need to use your blood to open the door. There has to be two of you.
Yeah, there's only me.
I have such a hard time believing this. There must be another somewhere.
I need you to turn around for a second.
She turns around.
I get out a knife and try to pry the edge of the plastic bit out off the screen.
There's a little bit of bezel. It is like literally stainless steel.
All right.
Do I have to stay this way?
No, you can
Unless
come
you
back.
want to see me cut my hand open.
No, just use the.
The prick?
Yeah, that's what it's for.
Okay.
Yeah, it just
I mean,
like
I'm willing to help, but you don't need to use that language.
I think it is.
If the shoe fits, Sam.
I feel like you said that in world, and I do think that Mathella is a little bit like that was very funny.
Mathella, don't be disrespectful.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. I'm so sorry, Miss Freijst.
Listen, it's what you want. So
She gets red in the face. She says, this whole place was built way before the spell grid ever existed.
Mhm.
So we didn't know what would happen when the spell grid went down,
Mhm.
but it seems to be working. It was originally built to operate off a battery.
I think that there might be a sorcerer down here somewhere.
No, the battery's on the roof. You can literally see the battery. Like
Oh.
it's not
Like a real.
there anymore, but like
Well, then why is
Alright.
this working?
Because of your natural freistiness.
nothing's happening as you're holding it.
So I pricked my finger for nothing.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, actually, no, I'm sorry. I apologize. That's not true because you're here. Because of that, you are you prick your finger, it goes into the thing,
Ow.
and it just says like it just starts blinking on the terminal window.
Okay, so there's me.
All right.
Wait,
Can I
that
have
It
How
just
did
says
perfect
awaiting
blood?
second competitor
Okay, but
system will not
How
activate.
did it know
Yeah.
that there was a first competitor before you did that?
It didn't. The system just turned on.
But it turned on
Is that
saying
enough?
waiting for seconds
Yes,
later.
I think so.
Yeah,
So
but it
I'm
was-
going to.
Oh, we're blood
guess-
sisters.
It basically
now.
said like to add player 2, press start. Like-
Okay, I'm going to use a bit of the baggie. Wrap
a new drug.
Cordelia's blood
Freijst blood.
in the baggie. Put it on top of my finger so I can poke my finger with it, and I'm going to it just essentially senses like weight and a presence in the chamber, right?
I don't think you would have any idea
We
how
don't
any
know,
of this
but
works.
we'll try.
Okay.
She's got a bag full of my blood.
Should I
Think like
disguise myself?
1940s technology.
Should I disguise myself as you, or should I disguise myself as your sister who might be alive?
The second one.
Okay. What's her name again?
Tamsin.
I don't think
Tamsin.
it's going to ask you their name.
How could you forget?
I don't know. It's been a while. It's
You
been
thought
2
she was
weeks.
pretty annoying too, so.
That's my default for every person. But, okay, so I'm going to do uncanny disguise. Disguise myself as Tamsin. And I'm going to use executive order for a +3.
Mhm.
All right.
I hope I don't have to kill you. You don't have a
I imagine you say that right as it is just like pricking your finger. It's just like,
You know,
So, that's oh, with instinct?
Sure.
That's a total of 12.
With hope or fear.
Fear?
what would the DC be? Like, is it close?
Um,
Hello, Sims.
when you say it with a
there is
Vixen
simply
accent.
no response. It doesn't even seem to be registering that you're interacting.
Okay, so hold on a second. Aren't the 312 Freist prisoners being held at one of the Freist towers?
Yeah.
So basically next door.
No,
No, they're spread
I
out.
thought this was the Freijst district.
this
basically.
is you guys are in one of the Freijst towers. There, the Freijst building. This is like that was a corporate building.
Hmm.
Near like in the middle of High Arcadia. This is like
Okay, so that's
this is
not
like
anywhere
homes.
nearby.
This is like
Yeah.
your apartment.
Okay.
Some
Okay.
people stay on big estates. Some people have apartment buildings. It depends on how close you want to be to the work.
I'm still sitting there as Tamsin.
Okay,
So-
since
I
I'm
have-
next to Nadezhda, does my phone work?
I think it would. You're pretty far.
I'm underground. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Like you're specifically in like a shielded area. I
Yeah.
didn't think about this too far, but I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Then Sam, you say your thing.
Yeah. I want to ask the person when the disaster happened, were there Freists here?
No. They had that all hands meeting. I don't.
Yeah, a lot of them died at the all hands.
I was just wondering if one died here and we could use their corpse.
No, only your grandfather was here at the time,
Is
and
he still
he
here?
wasn't here. He was the only one staying here.
Hmm.
I really don't.
Is there
get to
like a
see
family
it.
tomb or something?
Nobody's died recently enough besides Errol, and we never found his body.
Sam, give me an instinct check.
You could just try to hack it, like you said.
Oh, crit.
Crit? A crit. Interesting. Sam, this screen looks a lot like that time you saw Rasmodius.
Okay, I have an idea, but I want to try a worse idea first.
Okay. By all means.
Well,
Yeah.
it can't be worse than us having a baby.
Can I have some of your vodka milk? I assume you have some on you.
Or
Milk.
I put it into a shot glass and use. This is going to cause me stress, but whatever. It's funny. Use prestidigitation to make it look like blood, and then pour it into the little shoot.
You pour a gosh. A
milk blood
a
vodka.
milky Bloody Mary,
Oh,
like a ketchupy Bloody Mary made with milk, into a gold plated specialty
font.
yeah, like tiny sink baptismal font style thing, and it just gurgles down the tube.
I feel like we're getting close to vodka sauce. Cream, vodka,
My blood.
A little blood.
oh, blood.
That's the secret.
All right.
The
Okay,
secret is Mama's blood.
so I want to try to go up to this screen and just like concentrate on it and see if I can like psychically connect with it or like try to replicate what happened with the screen with Rasmodius. Just like try to.
Yeah, so you do that, and you say they touch the screen, you feel a little thing inside you reach
Just
through
God,
your
baby.
own hands, and you guys see Sam disappear.
Ah, Sam.
I'm sorry, not body wise. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
What I mean is he falls to the ground,
Ah,
eyes empty
Sam.
and vacant, open. And Sam, you have teleported into your consciousness is now in a cyber landscape of green scan lines and
Hell yeah.
and solid polygons.
Look at that, Mithella. I killed him with my presence.
She's like, oh, that's
Thank
fine,
you."
dear. It's fine. No, it's fine, dear. You certainly couldn't.
We Freijst staff have a protocol for when we need to dispose of a body that one of the
course.
Freijst should do.
Should we enact?
No, just leave him be. I'll deal with it.
Okay, well, I'll tell James to go home then.
No, don't send him home.
No, I mean like he's already watching.
Oh, okay, perfect. Home is here.
Shuts the corpse hatch that she had opened.
Like an 8-year-old boy is like, ah, shucks, and like thought I get to carry dead body today.
Little newsy cap and a
Yeah,
graveyard
exactly.
shovel.
Yeah. A bindle. Like, I'm an orphan being raised by these people.
Nadezhda, don't think about it. I promise I'm gonna try and make them more normal.
Would you like to see the place where the batteries used to go and now was converted to be spy-fi?
So we're going to just leave our friend on the floor
We're
here?
kind of worried about our friend.
I don't think I'm not worried about him at all. I don't really care.
Drool coming out of the side of him.
Well,
I don't care. He's not a
care.
Freijst.
I care, so you
Okay,
should
yes, ma'am.
care,
That I care very
but
much.
the transitive property of
Caring.
caring, yeah.
Okay. If you say so.
Sam,
No answer.
I tap the screen.
No answer. You have been in this exact scenario before. You literally watched this happen. Like,
Okay.
Yeah, but then
Can I
it
use
seemed
the
more like
cat?
I had just fallen asleep in the previous time it happened.
yeah, but using the same amount of drool.
Can I start browsing for cardigans on this thing? That's
There's
how I got it back
no,
last
there's
time.
no network.
Like,
Does it affect the world that I'm in at all when they're like when Nadezhda's trying to like mess with
I
the
think
screen?
for the purpose of not making things too complicated, you're still materializing inside this world right now.
I'm just like a pair of legs and haven't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
my
like
finger again.
little cubes of
All right, let's see the batteries. I'll go. Oh,
Give like have them
okay.
put a blanket over me or something.
Can we have someone standing here, like the little newsy boy who was so happy?
Not
No,
the corpse
him.
one.
not James. He's scary. Honestly, he scares me a little bit. He's a little too happy to
Who's
people.
the most trustworthy that we can leave with the Sam?
Does any one of you have medical training? Like some of you gave Grandpa Feist his enemas? Or...
Yeah, my nephew is
Don't
a
talk
doctor.
about my grandpa that way.
Okay, get the nephew. Hello.
It's too scary.
Also, can we not have the enema person be the one?
Everyone is criticizing me. And you're not here. Yes, get the enema person.
Oh my god.
He knows about having the people wipe rule.
My contact just fell out because I was laughing so hard that I cannot believe it. Hold on. I'll be right back. Sorry.
This medical
Yes,
team we
please
stay. There is a man with a full enema bag, and it's just being like, no,
that?
no,
We don't need that.
no.
Because your grandfather made him be on call 24 hours a day with
I
that
don't want to
bag.
think about my grandfather that way.
Your
Also,
grandfather
you're
was
not there.
constipated. Anyway,
And he probably was. All he ate was hardtack.
ooh. Okay, so none of that. But you can use the wipes to just wipe the drool as it comes.
Can you,
You
put
can
like a
use-
little pillow under his
Yeah,
head?
like a blanket.
Little blanket. He puts you up on a stretcher and we're like, no, face up. No, you're not doing that.
Well, shouldn't he be on his side so he doesn't aspirate?
He's fine.
Okay.
He's put me in the recovery position.
Somehow I hear him say, put him in the recovery position. All right. No. Keep the pants on.
See, he's gonna wake up with no pants. He's just...
Lucinda, you watch him.
Any of you want to be this man's butler?
Not that one.
James, you watch her. And James, you stay as far away from this room as you possibly can get, and you stay there until we can tell you can leave.
And somebody watch James, and somebody also watch the person watching James.
And Marcella, you take us to the battery. And,
I figured out why there's so many servants now.
that's one with the long legs. If something happens here, including someone trying to take his pants off and shove it to Puppet's butt, you come and tell us. Okay.
Okay, what kind of disaster do I watch like in?
So, us giving a lot of instructions.
So Sam is in the recovery position. We have
Good.
enema man watching Sam.
We have
wiping the
Lucinda
drool.
watching the enema man.
Lucinda is watching the enema man. I think Rolf is watching Lucinda. James has been told to stay far away for, let's go with 12
And
hours.
someone's watching James.
Someone's watching
Someone
James. Someone's watching the person watching James.
The Elspeth is watching James.
Elspeth's dead. She's
Okay.
watching James
She's
from the
dead.
beyond.
Yes.
Okay.
She's always watching James.
Okay,
Maddie.
Jessica,
Yeah.
Maddie is watching James. And,
Also, I said if any of them are interested in being his butler, to let me know, and we can make it happen.
and Philip with the long legs has been told that if anything happens, including them trying to give Sam an enema, He is to come and fetch us at the batteries.
Okay.
The fella is taking us to the batteries.
Okay.
I
Methella,
think we set that up very elegantly.
it's as elegant as
I hope she's impressed with our
efficiency.
delegation.
Yeah, I think she is. I think she's like, are you going to take my job? Like, what's happening here?
No, I don't want your job. It's
Okay. No, not you. You.
Oh, no, she doesn't want to work for me. I've already asked.
Okay. That's ridiculous.
I know,
Not
right?
anybody work for anybody else. Yeah, she takes you upstairs to the roof, where there is. It's not like the top of the building. It's like there's like on the fourth floor. There's a little
Terrace.
yeah, a little terrace. And it's got a little like knee high gate, like fencing around it. It's all this whole building is like white cement and stucco, with very square windows. And you're just sort of standing on this like very boring looking terrace. And there is on the ground a very ornate that of arcane sigils that are the size of probably like 10 feet across, and they're sort of concentric circles of these, all kinds of symbols around them. I don't think anybody here would have any idea what any of them mean necessarily, except they're very obviously a magic circle of some sort. And there are I think Methella informs you that there's just sort of wires that run down to the downstairs. And also another thing that's here are like vacuumed, old school style vacuum tubes in glass, with like big copper wires in them, like coils, and like coming off of there are like effectively wires that are like attached to the wall and sort of go up, and you see that like there's like a secondary set of like receivers here, but that like the two coiled like glass vacuum tubes, that's where the battery used to go.
So the
She
battery's
says.
just gone.
But the battery's been replaced with the spell grid.
Oh. Well, let's get that thing out of here and get my personal battery in there. Sorry.
Okay. One more time. Them.
Are you just banging on a pneumatic tube?
I'm banging on the sigil. Them. Ugh. All right.
In Sam's POV, still sort of
I imagine there's like a loading bar and it's at like 95%.
very much, and then like a little beach ball.
Methella, we need some strong people to move the stuff out of the way so Nadezhda can get in there.
I think that it's not hard or difficult in any way to move it. It's not heavy. It's just like a wire.
Okay.
Fetch the wire, boy.
No, but do fetch some tea for my friend. He's about to do something a little stressful.
I'm going to, first of all,
And I'm spending a hope to aid you on whatever you do.
well, first of all, I'm spending a hope to activate Phantom Retreat.
Oh,
Just
smart.
outside this.
Yeah.
So yeah. Just place it outside of the battery area. And then I guess I'm going to, still disguised as Thompson.
I'm gonna spend a fear while you're doing this.
Okay.
You get some dirty looks. You do.
Me?
Yeah.
From the staff?
Hmm.
For having her be Tamsin?
Just in general.
Okay.
You don't know what the source is. Just a younger maid walks by and is like,
Okay, whatever. Be like that.
Being Tamsin, because I want Sam to recognize me. Walk into the sigil, and I guess, is there a crack or something? Is there?
I think there's wires.
there's basically like at the top of these glass tubes are as tall as your shoulders.
Mhm.
And they sort of like have points at the ends. That's
Mhm.
where the wires were attached.
Oh God!
There you go.
I told someone to bring
Both
you tea.
Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Hair straight
Someone
up.
Yeah.
bringing you
You can
tea.
see a skeleton.
Thank you. I appreciate you so much. Oh God, I can't say that. These people will think I'm Thank you. I appreciate you so much.
Um, as that happens, you fully load in because now this is a powered system.
Ah.
And I'm just here,
Um, yeah.
contributing nothing.
So, I have to find my note on this. A little complicated, but we can do this.
Is it is there any specific difference I can notice between this and like the previous one? Like, are there things I can zone in on that are different?
Yes. First of all, you see a full-blown landscape. It is rendered in, like I said, scan lines. It's green. But it is, you immediately get the sense that you are on an alien planet almost. You know what it feels like a
Like
little bit?
Hypatia?
A little bit like Hypatia, yeah. Like a desert landscape. It's not dark sand. It's just like contours of the surface in green. But it is, yeah. It feels a little like Hypatia, but weirder, much weirder. The sky makes you feel small in a way that you've never felt
What does
before.
the sky look like?
It's not even a look. It's just that when you look up, you just have this sense.
He's in Space Montana.
It makes you feel really deeply into.
I mean, like,
Montana.
is there anything up there? Is it just black?
As you look up, I think you do start to see little things squiggling down. Little like pixels, green pixels squiggling down.
Like they're like coming down, like landing on the ground?
No, they're just like heading in the direction of the ground from above you. Directly above you.
Do I see anything else around here?
I mean, there are things you take to be like a rock and things you take to be some sort of like plant life. I think as you look out, you see that there is in the horizon, there are mesas. Um, and there's a big divot in between two mesas that like the whole thing feels really cinematic and weird. Like it makes you feel like,
It's like I'm in a Western.
I mean, more like you're in the never ending story.
Hmm.
It's like, watch out for the sand.
Yeah, well, you're not wrong. So, let me do. Here we go. Okay, so, as you're looking out over, actually, let's cut out of there real quick. We're gonna cut back to you. What are you doing?
Waiting for someone to bring Nadezhda some tea.
I think the woman who gave you a dirty look she's there to bring Nadezhda tea.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
She give me another dirty look.
She's not in any overt way, but she's definitely not being reverential the way the others are.
I like this one.
She's also dressed in like a much more modern fashion. She's wearing regular pants. But her hair is still back in a kerchief of some sort.
Interesting.
All
right.
So
So then I'm holding Nadezhda's teacup for when she's done.
you let go and drink some tea?
Let
me tell you, this feels amazing. I think you're experiencing the first time in your entire life full corporeal ecstasy. You have
Can we sell that?
never
They'll be a
felt
battery.
like you feel right now.
The bucket is so small.
And the idea of letting go makes you want to cry. So,
I'll
And I
hold on
think-
the tea.
I think you're suffering. I'm like, are you sure
Or
you're
it
suffering?
does just.
You have pour them in your mouth.
It's very hot.
It's very bitter. I'm so sorry you have to do this for me.
There's like
I am
flashing
such a
lights
good
happening. and-
person. I impress myself sometimes.
It's the exact opposite of the way that you treat yourself with the tea from breakfast. It's like affirmations.
This is the good stuff too, I think. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I will make my way in the world. I am a good friend.
Yes, you are. Here, have more tea.
Sure.
Okay, but you don't want to have to go to the bathroom. 'Cause you're not leaving.
So,
I guess
I think Mathella she back downstairs.
Okay,
And
bye,
she's like,
Nadezhda.
"What are you gonna do to get in?"
Well, I need a second me.
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. We're gonna cut from there to you. As you're staring out over this thing, you do feel like a warm wind, like a little kick up of wind. It feels stuffy a little bit, not like a humid, like tropical feeling. It's the kind of wind that's hot, like somebody breathing on you.
Mm.
And
I
as
got nothing there.
as you do, I think you sort of turn your head and you see standing directly next to you, materializing from what was pouring down from the sky, is a person.
Hi.
A tall, gaunt
Ooh.
person.
What are they dressed like?
Dressed like Abraham Lincoln.
Do they have a stove type?
No hat. No,
Oh.
no hat.
Maybe he also only eats hardtack. This guy.
He leans forward, and his eyes are pure malice. You've never seen something like this. Immediately, just from his arrival, he took damage.
Yeah.
Wow, that was the lowest fucking rolls.
While you resolve those numbers, we will say that I left a sequence of 5 people in charge of Nadezhda, and one of them is just pouring tea in your mouth when you ask.
I'm sure I'm doing a good thing. That could be happening somewhere else because of what I'm doing right now.
You're so sure of that in this moment. You've never been happier to help somebody.
Never
So what was
seen
the
her
damage?
so happy.
It is 6 points of damage.
Oh,
Magic damage.
God, I don't have my fancy trench coat anymore.
So, what are you gonna do to that in response to it?
So it's like he materializes and then I just feel bad, or like, what is it?
No, he leans forward and he it's like his breath is like scattering your molecules.
Vision Man.
Stop that.
There's like that sort of white noisy Bernie sound happens as he like leans forward. Like,
Why are you doing that?
he doesn't respond.
All right, I tried. I'm gonna punch him.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
That is 14.
That does not hit.
Is it close?
To you, no. It's
Well, I have to ask because of the prayer dice.
yeah.
If it's within 1 or 2 points, it's worth.
It's not.
Yeah.
So what you get instead is with a sense of like being shocked electrically. And you take another very different roll. 16 points of damage.
You managed to meet my major damage threshold.
Ooh.
And cut back to you. You are walking down the stairs talking to Mathella about this, and she doesn't have a solution for you. Cut back to Sam. What are you
All
doing?
right. Cracking my knuckles. Let's do this. Okay. I'm going to attack again. I'm going to use I know Kung Fu.
Why don't you do me a favor real quick? Give me an instinct check.
Ugh. 6 with fear.
Oh no.
Great. Keep going. Keep going.
All right.
So he's gonna flatline and they're gonna give him an enema.
Clear. Clear.
Everybody's having like such experiences, and I'm just walking down the stairs.
Okay, I'm using I know Kung Fu, and I'm using my ability to spend a stress to double the bonus from that.
I say to her, "What if I pick my other hand?
That is
No, it identifies each of you individually.
I fight myself. I'm always fighting myself,
okay.
kind
So
of.
that is
That's the Freijst in you.
22.
22 hits.
Very good, Parker.
Sorry, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
Oh. I rolled a 1 and 2 2s.
No.
All right. Hold on a second. 4, 5, 11, and then we'll do forceful push. I suppose with hope. That's 6. There we go. That's 17.
17. Okay.
And he is knocked back to close range.
Okay.
And also I'm
So-
spending a hope to make him vulnerable.
Yeah, you do all that. This time you land the hit on him and you see like cryptological sequences spin off of him like dust. Cryptographical, I guess. Yeah, cryptological. And you understand in this moment that this is some sort of authentication.
It's the firewall.
You
It's
just
the
gotta keep
firewall.
punching until it lets me
That's why
in.
it's hot.
You can just keep punching the firewall.
Well, what else am I supposed to do?
I don't know, make more of you.
Oh, we could see if
We cut back to you guys. You walk into the room and he's on the floor. Nothing has changed at all. There are 3 people there holding different basins and towels and whatnot. And
Enema guy keeps sneaking closer when he thinks you're not looking. Get back.
Don't make me 4-star review you, Enema guy. Everybody else 5 stars.
cut to you. You take 1 stress, mark 1 stress as you are flooded with a sense of concern because you can't let go. It's
Oh.
hard to let go. Cut back to Sam. What are you doing?
I mean, I guess I'll keep punching him. I don't know what it's
Keep
like.
going.
Literally, like my only other option is to run away.
How much damage did you do last time?
17.
She just like sneak past him.
Well, I'm not going to sneak past him at this point.
I guess that's true.
Yes, that is true.
He's
That was an option, and that is true now.
You're a virus. He's trying to.
um, st-
17 is
17, 26.
26. That absolutely hits. Difficulty is 18.
Ooh, that's a tough guy.
That's more like it. All right. 15, 16, 21. Oh, 25.
25.
Not bad, Mr. Serif.
That's incredible. You punch this guy, and it like loosens like something holding together the code that like constitutes his arm, and his arm just unravels in like a spiral out
Ones
of
and
like
zeros. just
literally,
punching.
yeah, it just like flies off, and he just looks at you with eyes glow really bright, and he screams. We cut back to you. The door starts to whir a little bit. Cut back to you. You have guests in front of you suddenly. You didn't notice them arriving. It's Tanner and Redden. Was it Redden?
Rennet.
Tanner and Rennet and Blue are standing there, and they look concerned.
How did you guys get in here?
No,
Oh, okay.
They're
I was
upstairs.
really confused that they were in the computer.
no.
I feel like we just forgot they existed.
Oh yeah, we're in the computer. Don't worry about it.
No, you're like, and they look concerned, but you can't really hear them over the roar in your ears. Cut back to you. What are you doing?
I mean, I guess I'll keep punching him.
Okay.
And he's vulnerable.
Is
so that's
anything happening on the screen when he does
right.
these things?
I think you can kind of see what's happening to him.
See him?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, see him.
That looks like
A little 8-bit.
like Pong.
Oh,
Not even 8-bit, like literally 2-bit.
that one. The
22.
small
So
one
that
is
hits.
Sam. The
Yeah.
big one is the fireball.
Let me do my damage.
Well, I have my hands on the terminal then, and I'm looking intently.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That is 14, 21, 22, 27.
That hits.
No, that
Was
was
it damage?
damage. Yeah.
Yeah.
You destroy this man with a fist.
Yeah,
he-
get him, Sam.
He disintegrates into a string of code.
It's as they do the Pac-Man thing where it goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I see.
Yeah, that's what you see.
Yeah, get him,
And
Sam.
as that
And you see like
happens,
1 point like up in the top corner.
as that happens, the terminal displays a message and it says, "Thank you," and both doors pop open.
All
Am
right,
I
I'm
allowed to
walking
put in a
through.
name for the second player?
If you'd like.
Yeah, it's going to be Ben Dover Freijst.
I think it's a leaderboard. It's so funny. Okay, yeah. Welcome, Ben Dover Freijst
That's not my name.
and Cordelia Freijst.
Okay, thank you.
Um,
Just me and no one else. No, I didn't say
what are
that.
you doing?
Is Sam still unconscious?
Yeah.
Is there anything in this room?
You see a dark tunnel in front of you. Let me get to.
Dang
I'm an
it.
idiot and put this all in one
Of course
document.
I vaulted through your eyes when I would need a
You got to make all
somebody to see in
subsections.
the
so you
dark.
can-
Yeah, I'm an idiot and I linked them incorrectly, so I have to jump around a lot.
I could spend some fear to see, or some stress to see through this guy's eyes, but I'm not gonna. I think I'll just walk in
You
the dark.
see through my eyes.
You see.
No, I
okay,
have to
so
be within far.
you walk into a
yeah.
hallway. And you're standing. You walk down probably 20 feet. It walks like a 20 foot long hallway. And that leads to just an open, plain, hanging in the middle of nothing, probably 4-foot wide walkway. And you look over and you see that you'd be able to see another person over there if there was somebody over there walking on that side.
This feels a lot like the trial.
It does. There might be a reason for that. Excuse me.
Marla, what did you
So-
know about the stopgap?
You walk to a central platform,
Mm-hmm.
and in that central platform, there are not even there's a pedestal
Mm-hmm.
that simply says, like engraved on it, all around it, progress is worth the cost, and it's an empty pedestal.
There's nothing on it.
There's nothing on it. We're gonna cut back to Nadezhda. So Nadezhda,
I'm worried the cost is Nadezhda.
Nadezhda, you hear one of the people that was here helping you fall through the floor in the building behind you. What are you gonna do about it?
Someone, the Mathelas people?
Yep.
Do I have any sense of them in the energy that I'm doing, or
No.
let's see. Magic. Spirit. When it's like fall through the floor, like
Like they collapse to the floor because the floor is unstable. It felt like 2 stories up to the floor you're on.
so someone fell.
So you're outside, but it was like behind you in the building.
The building's crumbling.
A little bit.
Killer spell. Well, hush, blink out, phantom retreat. I can sort of. uh, uh, I have the amulet around my neck.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
For my mouth.
I thought you swallowed it.
trying to,
Yeah, no, I know. And it's just like this.
just
And
trying
I
to-
can negate 8 points of damage to whoever fell through the floor.
Okay, great. That's a good call. I like that. Go ahead and roll that.
I negate 1 point of damage.
You hear like a kid's voice behind you. He's like, God damn it, I think I broke my
He's like, I only
leg."
have 1 hit point left.
No, he has 5. He's good. But he has a
They're
total
strong
of 5.
servants.
Okay.
Thank God someone spared me that 1 hit point.
I intentionally didn't make them a mob.
Minion.
Yeah, minion.
I guess I can turn kind of. I mean, I can.
Yeah, you can see a kid is laying there, fell through a hole.
He's
like,
like, you had a healer.
Somebody tell Mathella, there's somebody coming. There's somebody approaching the building.
Oh,
I don't think you can talk in this. You can make a presence roll.
Yeah, but the question is, can you talk with the amulet in your mouth?
Is it out?
Yeah.
All
I can spit it out. Again, it's on a chain. That's the whole point.
It's probably either an Oswald or another phrase.
That is the worst
Like,
possible.
or somebody.
The worst possible die you
Yeah.
So
can
1
get.
and a 2, and a 2 is fear.
The 2 is fear. Worst possible roll.
I'm sorry, I can't help you because I can't see
That,
you.
friends, is all the fear.
No.
So someone's coming. I can't talk. I mean,
Oh, I forgot to I forgot to take one away last time. I apologize.
there are 5 people with me.
I'm assuming they would have the common sense to know that me asking to protect her implies that they could investigate things.
For sure.
So can I? I'm just going to look around to see if one of them actually
Tanner-
moves.
And Rennet and Blue are there in front of you.
I can't talk. So
I mean, you could try to eke something out. You just can't easily converse. You have that through gritted teeth, kind of.
it's see what's happening and report back to me. Also, tell Matella what the kid said.
I think Tanner's like, indeed, and runs off.
Send long legs to send the message.
Tanner's the
So
tallest, so
Philip's
Oh, but
long
Philip's
legs.
downstairs. So I guess Tanner's are upstairs.
I think
long
the
legs.
3 of them sort of set up like a little thing where one's on lookout, one's on ground level, and Blue I think goes down to you.
And I am alone.
He's unconscious on the gurney.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's watching out.
Just in case.
And making sure nobody gives me an animal.
Again, these all have like Riddler style like masks in my head, and it's so stupid. It's the dumbest visual, but it's so strong in my head. Okay, so
They have their like trumpets and like ska instruments with them.
no,
They left
they're
those in the car.
an acapella ska band. They just do like ska wop, where they like do up, but it's their face looks so upset.
I'm trying not to move. Beanie baby to fall off my head.
Okay, so we cut back to you because no, you. Sorry, it's you. I apologize. No, I'm sorry. It is you.
Yeah,
There's an order to this. I have an order to this.
I'm alone.
You are
Facing the
alone, facing the
pedestal.
pedestal.
that look like there's something that's meant to go there?
It looks like it's something that can hold things.
Something important to me? Or perhaps something belonging to my...
Journal.
That's what I'm thinking. Taking a god baby chart off of it. I think I've outgrown you.
I'm just imagining we cut back to the rest of the building and on giant screen it's
Probably.
just reading out all this stuff.
Probably. Would never be that easy.
The sign, or not sign, the engravings glow.
Yeah, it's doing something.
We cut back to Sam.
All right.
You want to steal my stupid poems?
All
Sam,
of Cordelia's journal is downloaded.
Like, why doesn't my family love me?
You take 3 points of damage.
What is my journal?
Why can't I die?
like, you instantly, as that happens, you take a stress.
Because you're exposed to my poems, which is...
You also
Oh.
mark a stress.
I'm going to mark a stress too.
As this happens, like
reckon
it's
with it?
causing stress on you guys. So
Okay.
I'm probably gonna forget that in a moment, but
Because he had made the journal. Please.
It is the cost. Don't read them aloud. If someone spends a fear, you can read one.
okay, so
Don't get any ideas, chat. They're really
what
bad.
happened?
I knew you had a crush on Sebastian.
Not even here.
and you fall through the sand.
Oh no, Cordelia's poems made me fall into the swamp of despair.
Yep. And you land
No.
in what amounts
I get a horse.
in Megapolis, a massive city on the scale of Vescarre, maybe bigger.
Am I just a never-ending story character all along?
Attack! Betray you!
Never-ending Cordelia.
I do have a dragon on my head. It's kind of the reverse. of
Oh
it,
yeah,
Yeah.
You know?
yeah, yeah. There we go.
The always ending story.
This story ended
Huh.
already. You land in an alley in a bustling city where none of the people around you look like people that you would recognize at all. It's like different, like configurations of voxels. You know, voxel. Like,
Mhm.
yeah, it's like different configurations of voxels that are rushing around so fast. And
Stop looking at
you
me.
land in as you fall through a net of red lace, or not lace, like red, like lasers that seem to sort of stick to you as you crash through it. So as you stand up, you see that you have all these little red threads coming off of you.
Can I brush them all?
Go ahead and make a finesse check for me.
Okay, so wait, before I do that, I am going to use... I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to use Sparing Touch on myself to clear 2 stress, which makes me not maxed out anymore.
Chris is going to be so mad she missed me letting you
Um,
look at that.
And then I'm going to do a little swap-a-roo.
Okay.
So get one of those stress points back. Okay. So now you said finesse?
Yep.
17?
17 does not. It is 1 away.
Yeah, I'll use a prayer point.
Okay.
Because I haven't used any yet, and this session's almost over.
You free yourself from 1 of these threads.
How many are there?
There are 6. You notice as you do this, you're carrying something in your hand.
No.
That maybe like a journal of some kind?
No.
Maybe. I flip to a random page.
You can't make it out. It's written the way that, like, very, very like pixelated text is written. Even
Don't take a picture.
we'll say it's an ASCII.
No.
We'll say it's an ASCII.
She's taking
Can I
so many
sit and
pictures.
translate the ASCII.
Says welcome to my BBS.
I guess I want to try to get the rest of them off.
Each
I don't know
one
if you're
is
gonna
going to
need to make me
require a
roll
check
6
of
times.
some sort. You can see again that sort of like the way that like those sort of 3-dimensional pixels, square pixels fell from the sky before. You can see that they're approaching from across the street from where you're standing. You're standing in like a trashy alley. Approaching from across the street and from down the street, there are different small clusters of these pixels approaching you, speeding to you really fast.
So they seem similar to the ones that.
Similar, smaller.
Is there anywhere that I could hide, like as in the immediate area? Like you said, there's some
You
sort of
can
alley.
certainly try to hide, yes.
Is there like a rich can or something, or like?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I want to try to hide.
Go ahead and make
I guess it's harder to hide when there's a bunch of breads coming up of
yeah,
you,
you glow, quite literally.
and there's like up into the sky.
They stretch
that's
all the way from the sky all
probably
the way
not
down to you.
possible.
As you move, let's say you move forward a couple steps, they move with you.
How close are the pixels?
A couple blocks away.
I guess I want to run. Like, are they moving at like vehicle speed? I mean, is
Faster.
it like? So it's like I can't outrun them.
It looks like squids made of green cubes.
I'm looking for a door, like somewhere I can get inside.
Yeah, for sure. Make a presence check.
I'm going to.
I'll say they just moved into close range
Spend
and verticals.
and hope to bonus on that. Ooh. Crit.
Great,
Nice.
excellent. You enter a door, and that door isn't a door into a room; it's a portal to another side of the city.
I close the door after I go through.
Yeah, you close the door and you look out the window. You're on the 5th floor of a building. You are still attached to red threads that are glowing.
But they're not going like through the door. They're going just up into the.
They go up through the ceiling into the sky.
Well, Jaime, I guess you've designed something where I should sit here and roll 6 times.
So there's different approaches you could do to this. You can try to clean cut them, which is what you did before. You could try to break them, which would break more than one at a time.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
You want to do that?
Mhm.
That's going to be a strength check.
Oh, yeah. You just run as hard as I can to try to run far enough to just snap it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
I like that.
Oh, man. All right. 11?
11. Okay. That does not succeed. As you do that, you see another one of these squid things start to like approach down the street, moving like a horror movie kind of.
I guess, can I try again?
Yep.
Um, 14?
14. That does not succeed. But I think what you realize is this thing can't exactly locate you yet. It's on the lookout for you. It can't locate
Like,
you.
is it, what's the DC?
18.
Yeah, it's all 18 here.
I'll just use the rest of my prayer dice because,
Okay.
success.
You succeed at removing 3 more. You have 2 more to remove. What do you want to do?
I'm going to try to do the same thing.
Okay.
There we go. That's more than 18. That's like 22.
22.
Hope.
With hope. Oh, I forgot to do that. Yeah,
Oh,
it's fine.
yeah, sorry.
No, it's my bad. I'm supposed to be. I forgot a whole mechanic here. It's fine. So 22 succeeds. You remove the last ones. You're still holding this book in your hand.
So what does this Is this like an office building? Like, is there anything inside this building?
There's like, we'll say it's like full of just empty desks, just rows of desks.
I guess I want to try to find another door.
Yeah, there's a door.
Yeah, so I'll go through it.
All right, make a knowledge check for me.
16
16
with fear.
A 16 with fear. You know that you have to take this book somewhere, but you can't find it.
Okay.
We're gonna cut to you.
Okay.
You are. Nadezhda comes after Cordelia. So the pedestal drops.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of lights. Like, these are mechanical lights. These are real lights. Turn on
Mm-hmm.
in a row, leading you down another just hanging over the middle of nothing path.
Okay.
And to a door that is closed.
Closed.
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a knob? Is there?
Yeah, there's a knob.
Okay, I turn the knob.
Okay. It opens up, and you step into a room that is essentially empty except for a screen and a window. There's a window opposite you,
Ooh.
like a big window, like a
Yeah,
picture
I'd like
window.
to look out the window first, I think, and then look at the screen.
You can see into inky darkness. There's a pinpoint of light out the window.
Okay, interesting. And I it's like, I'm assuming I can't really see anything.
No detail.
Okay, I'll look at the screen.
The screen has a picture in it of an identical room without you in it.
Oh, assuming that the other person isn't there.
Yep.
I can't do magic because Nadezhda's not here.
No, you can do magic here.
Oh, I can.
This whole place has been powered.
Oh,
It's a circuit.
okay. Do any of my spells make any sense here? Can I try to random blades shatter the window?
Yes, you can.
No sneak attack because I don't think you can sneak up a window. Only Shibble can do that. Oh, fascinating. Okay, that's a 12 on the fear die and a 1 on the hope die.
Wow.
Plus my 4 finesse. That is going to be 18 with fear.
So here's what happens with that. You shatter the window, and then it rewinds.
Okay, I wasn't supposed to do that. Okay.
Oh, we're doing the full funny games.
All right, I wasn't supposed to do that. Poke the screen. Hello?
Can I concentrate and try to access the chat function in this computer so I can chat with Cordelia?
One moment. One moment. Yes, I did. I built this without a clear way to communicate, but I was open to you guys finding a way to talk.
But all of my messages are shown as coming from Bend Over Freijst.
Not my name.
No, it's not. It's your fake
I know.
opponent.
No, I know, but
so
he is very upset by it.
Yeah, let's say that. Let's say that a little chat window pops up on the screen.
Oh.
But as that happens, wait, what was the thing you just did? Did you just
I tapped the screen and said hello.
as you do that, the door behind you closes, and the room starts to fill with a murky gas.
Oh no, bad vibes, gas.
It is decidedly bad vibes,
Worst
guys.
enemy.
I'm pulling my blazer
We're gonna cut to Nadezhda.
around my face.
I bet everything is going just great.
You guys have a
I
great
have
time.
no question about anything that's happening.
Nadezhda, you watch as like 8-ish people in ardent uniforms approach the building, because you're outside and you can oversee the road. 8 people in ardent uniforms approach the building.
I wonder if that lady wants her pen back.
It's Eldon Oswald for sure. Or this was just a trap, which is very possible.
if you're Freijst, everything's a test. If you're an ardent, everything's a trap.
Well, I think just for Cordelia, most things are a trap.
So was Blue who
Blue ran downstairs. Who went? Tanner was here. I think Tanner's with you. So, Ravenet ran. No, I'm sorry, I got it backwards. Tanner
Tanner
ran. Ravenet's with you,
Blue's with me.
and
Right.
Blue's with you. Yep.
Blue's like feeling sympathetic for you.
Yeah, a little bit.
do they have talk rocks?
Yeah, for sure. I think they do. They don't use them very much, but they do.
Everyone, what's happening? And tell them Ardent is on the way.
Yeah, Ravenet's like, okay. And
Oh, can I turn to the Freijst serfs?
Yep. There's a phrase that never was spoken out loud
I'm
before.
going to release them. I have to calm them down first.
We have a bomb shelter or a panic room.
That's what the stopgap is.
It's just a panic room?
It's a panic room for information.
Okay, do you have a panic room
For us?
people?
No.
Well, your life is about to change.
Should I go stop them?
No.
She runs away. She does it anyway.
Is that Mathella that goes? Or
No,
someone else?
it's a random servant.
Marguerite.
It's Marguerite. It's the one who's feeding you tea. She's like, I have to go get you more tea, and she runs away. Do you want to
Go to the store to buy more tea.
So I have no information other than
Do you want to try to take your hands off?
no. As far as I know, people actually need me to do this. So
True.
no one has
I told her to
me
stay there.
otherwise. So
I'm gonna spin a fear here,
oh, you think?
and you see them look at you as you are effectively like you're doing the thing from like There Is No Dana, Only Zool. Like you're glowing and flickering, and your hair is going crazy, and you're standing there holding these two like
One thing.
What?
I'm a sorceress. My hair can only fall straight part,
Yeah.
straight bob.
Okay, fair.
So I think
Wind
the hair
blowing
helps
around her.
Yeah.
To move and then
Spark however
you look
much
like
you
you're
want.
on a photo shoot.
Yeah.
You're like this, just
She's
like
America's Next Top Model.
yeah.
It can only fall blunt and straight
Yep.
to my mid neck.
And they point at
that's
you.
actually kind of the weird thing. It's like if it's incredibly windy and not a hair on my head is
Yep.
moving.
Yeah. So you gonna do anything?
No, this
No?
is
Okay, they point at you. Got it. Cut to Sam.
Okay, well, I want to send a message in the chat. It just says, Cordelia, it's Sam, I'm in the computer, but I'm okay. I have your journal.
I'm dealing with bad vibes, gas.
I don't think you can respond here.
Okay, I just look at it. I say that out loud though, because me saying hello is what prompted the message.
Oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
It's what a funny coincidence.
Yeah.
So, like, is the security thing moving towards me at this point?
I think yes, it is, but it looks like it's looking for you.
Because your threads are gone.
Yeah, I want to try to go through another door.
Okay, so you take a step through. They'll say that there's 4 doors, one on each wall.
Second from the left.
Okay, so there's only one on the left, but you want to go out the left door?
Yeah.
Okay. You take a step out the left door. You end up back in the alley that you started in.
I don't know.
Are the security people still here?
They are looking.
I know I can't communicate with Sam right now, but I would like for Parker to remember there is, and I don't know if this is the solution to the puzzle, but there is a place that is significant to Cordelia that we have been several times that Sam might remember.
Okay.
I don't know if a facsimile of that place exists here, but there is a place.
I want to go. Okay, here's what I want to do. I want to go back through that door.
Mhm.
Do I go back to the office?
You too. Yeah.
Is there a staircase?
Yes.
I'm going to try to climb to the top of the building.
You go to the top of the building.
and I am looking to see what I can see.
Make a knowledge check.
Oh, sweet. That is 23
Oh, fantastic. This is
with fear.
verification. Okay. This is verification. You're holding proof of identity, and in front of you there is a pedestal to submit the authentication certificate into.
Okay, well, I'll do that.
You do that. We cut to you.
Bad vibes, yeah.
Bad vibes, gas, baby. It's getting bad in here. It's getting real bad.
You're sensing I'm doing this.
Yes.
I'm trying not to breathe.
There is a like rising out of the floor is there's like a track, like a toy track. And there's a single marble in a dish.
And there was a pinpoint of light in the window.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take that marble. I try to put it through the window to the pinpoint of light.
No, there's like a track that's it
Oh.
rose out of the ground with it.
Does the track go anywhere?
Not you can see.
Okay, I push the marble train around the track.
I mean, you sort of let it go and it would roll on it.
Yeah.
That happens. Make a finesse check because you can't use your hands.
Because I'm holding my blazer. in
Nope,
front of my
because
face.
the poison is starting to take effect.
Oh no.
You have disadvantage. You have disadvantage 1.
Okay.
So
Just 1d
yep,
disadvantage die.
yep.
Okay. Oh, that's really good, but it is -6 on the disadvantage die. So it's a 12, 11, and a 6 plus 4. So that would be a 23 plus 4, 27 minus 6, 21. With hope, just barely.
Finesse.
Yeah.
Okay. You place it. It's so hard to use this thing.
I
The
guess I
words.
can't hold up my jacket anymore.
The words. Progress is worth the cost. Keep appearing on the wall like a scrolling image on the wall. And you see that in the room next to you, the one that you can't see directly, but you can see through the screen, the bad vibes gas gets drastically denser as you succeed at this task, but nothing happens.
Because it's waiting for somebody who doesn't exist to die. Maybe.
We cut to Nadezhda.
Well, you do have a lot of servants.
They're not blood related. I'm not going to kill my servants. What's wrong with you? Do you send that in the chat? And then I say that and you don't hear it.
Oh, right. I forgot about her. A Dracona woman appears in your vision suddenly, with Kenner and Rennet behind her. I'm like, sorry, and she's like,
Nadira?
ma'am,
Yes.
what are you doing? Do you work here?
Who are you?
Ma'am, she pulls out a gun. Do you work here?
I mean, I'm clearly working, yes?
I cannot tell. What is your name?
My name? Thompson Freijst.
Dropped the disguise.
Fucking prove it's not.
She pulls out her talk rock and says, Tamsin Freijst, huh? Pulls it up. You can see she has a picture of Tamsin.
I had a makeover.
Got plastic surgery to run away.
Ma'am, Tamsin Freijst is currently in custody.
What, is he? We better go check.
They got her. Oh no.
What is your name?
I'm on the lam.
Make a presence check.
I like that we're like
I
fighting for our
disguised
lives.
myself.
And she's
I'm
having a
a
great time.
sorcerer.
You know, I think Jaime
The
has,
sorcerer the whole time. I'm Tamsin.
Jaime has correctly
Come on,
realized the
Crit.
best way to defeat us is to make us not be with each other because we all make the worst decisions when we're alone.
I don't know. I just can't move
Sorry.
my hand.
What was
What was the check?
presence? I just dropped so many dice.
Maybe the cost wasn't it.
17?
Okay.
17 fails. So you're taking advantage of this sort of
Okay,
spectacle of the moment.
can I wait?
Yep.
Can I add executive order to that as I turn into Tamsin?
Yes, you can.
Okay. 20.
The woman blinks and looks at you and says, Miss Freijst, how did you get out of your cell?
I'm not gonna push you back.
Never. I was never in my cell.
She
You
pulls
erected
out
an impostor.
handcuffs. Cut to
You're just
Parker.
like, you can't arrest me. I'm Osama bin Laden.
Cut to Parker.
Jingo. I'm a wanted criminal.
Who do you think I am? I'm a criminal. Okay, so we go to you have delivered the identification. So as you do this, you sort of slam it down, and instantly around you, the whole world like flips around, like all the little pixels flip around, and you're standing in front of a massive ghostly figure wearing a mask. You can't see anything, and it doesn't even seem to acknowledge you. It is 30 or 40 feet tall. The mask has no identifying features on it. It's just a cutout for an eye, for eyes.
Oh no, it's one of
Right now.
the cherry inflating daddies.
No. It's literally just like, it's like almost like a no mask, and just
Whoa.
like a black shroud, like where the edges are like detailed out in
Okay.
Is it moving at all?
its cloak is like blowing in the breeze.
Is there anything else around?
No, you see nothing.
Nope. Hello?
It doesn't seem to respond at first.
I'll tug on its cloak.
Make a presence check. Do this as a tag team roll.
With who?
Was all of us?
The little voice in your head.
Oh.
So
So
how do you want me to do that?
I guess I'll play Rasmodius here. How does remind me how tag team rolls work?
you both roll and then you choose which one to go with.
Okay.
Also, I tucked my lizard into my jacket to hopefully protect it from the bad vibes. Don't know if it will work, but I'm trying. And no, I can't retcon and said I left my pet lizard behind because I explicitly asked Indira if I could bring my pet lizard.
That's a crit.
Okay. Well, then I'll take yours.
Um,
Thanks, Rasmodius.
Do we all get a hope?
yeah. No, not all of you. I'm sorry.
Just
Sam does. You feel your hand reach up to grab this thing's jacket, and instead you feel your body, you feel the space between your molecules as the molecules separate out, and you don't intersect. You do not interact. You are between the molecules of this object, this person sitting in front of you. And you hear a voice in your head say, "Do not do that. This will kill you.
Okay, what do I do?
Go around, find another way." We cut to you.
I'm dying of bad vibes gas.
So you are, you're dying of bad vibes. Yes, nothing happened after the last thing. What are you gonna do?
So what's in front of? There's a missing marble. There's a track.
No, the marble lands back in the thing.
Oh, it rewound
Yep.
itself. Oh gosh. Okay. So I have the marble track. I have the screen with the room that's empty, and I have the window with the pinpoint.
Yep.
And I tried to roll it down the track, and it did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Can I? These are all. Everything's designed to deal with people. Can I stab this screen with Cordelia's blade?
The screen,
Yeah.
the monitor.
Yeah.
Sure.
Probably have disadvantage because I can't move my arm.
You have two no, one. I'm sorry, one disadvantage. Yep.
Is it every time I fail I get another one? Okay. Oh, that's probably gonna be a fail. That's a finesse 2 + 6.
It's the one where Jaime kills us all.
It's 7. Well, I'm
The thing,
disposable.
he forcibly split the
That's
party.
4. Yeah, that's gonna fail. That's like a 15 with.
You know what?
You feel your hands go numb. You
I
feel
dropped my knife.
your feet go numb. And you hear like the sound of like a microphone turning on, and you hear a voice say, "You may speak to the other if you'd like." And there's just silence. There's nobody there.
Hello.
We cut to Nadezhda. What are you doing?
You fool! Thompson Freijst is the only thing keeping this tower
You
upright.
hear the voices of the Freijst family like serfs, like gasping in awe behind you. It's Tamsin. She said she left. She said she couldn't come back. She was the one that you wanted. We didn't want Cordelia.
God.
Bad vibe for you right now. Oh, did you say nobody does?
Can I?
I'm gonna die of bad vibes guess on
I
this
know why I
table.
feel so bad for Cordelia.
Fine.
Just reading the I should not lead a team written over and over and over again on a page. Just
It's bleak stuff in there.
All right.
Okay.
Can I look at the Freijst family retainers?
Uh-huh.
My serf.
Look at the
get them all killed.
the ardent security and say, "Attack!"
You're more of a priest than I could ever be.
Okay, I'll try one more. I'll try. This.
I sincerely want to take that back. I have a scene already queued in my mind.
Like,
Said it just
I would like
taking the
to use poetic justice by downloading a thing
Do I have to spend the
Cordelia's journals, and I say,
Yeah,
No! I have to spend hope and you're reading them?
but under all the shine, maybe there is someone who just wants to do her best. Go forth! Begin the scene. You know when the villagers attack
Yeah.
Beauty and the Beast?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. In
And I
every
want
movie
that
where the
little-
villagers attack.
And the villagers are always in the wrong. They always lose.
They're gonna get
No,
mowed
but the
down.
ardent are the villagers.
Like
and
the Lost
people-
Boys in Hook.
Yeah, just like
Children and
eventually
young
they'll
adults
run out of
walk
bullets.
themselves from the walls, from the open holes in the walls, and collapse onto an ardent security team member. I'm not even. I mean, I roll it, but I don't feel like they really need to. Oh, maybe they do. Yeah, I'll roll that as a. No, okay, so like 5 or 6 children, all
Not child bullshit.
fall onto.
You're saying children? There were 5 people.
I said they were
with
children
me.
and young adults.
Yeah.
You said there were 5 attendants.
And they're all dressed like adorable
They're-
newsboys.
16
Oh, I guess.
them
So
mailing around.
Tamsin has like a certain sect of following among the younger ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
gosh.
who throw themselves in front of their lady Tamsin.
Oh, God.
You've just made a human shield of tiny,
This is
like orphan child.
Same faction as everything good.
Yeah, just some speaker.
Oh, okay. This is the same faction of that woman who gave
Yeah.
you that look.
yeah.
And they just fall on like 5 or 6 of these. I'm gonna say that between like 13 and like 18 years old. And they're dressed the most modern of everybody here, and they absolutely utterly fail at their task. As Doth is her name, steps back and goes, "What the hell is happening here?"
Look, you can see I'm doing something. You can see the building is falling apart.
You don't have a choice in this, Tamsin. You are our prisoner.
But I'm clearly not, though.
You clearly are.
Look, okay.
He's gonna pull your hand away from the thing.
Wait. One second.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
How about we just stay here and I come for 5 more minutes and then I come with you.
You're not 5 more minutes in me,
5
Bob.
more
No,
minutes.
no, it's not happening.
5 more
He grabs your hand and
Uh-huh.
starts to turn it behind your back.
I'm going to spend a hope to blink out.
Where do you go?
I can go anywhere within far range.
Yep.
So the ardent people, are there still ardent people out front?
There are there is a small 2 people out front. They're talking. Clearly, they're interacting about the fact that the rest of them have entered.
Okay.
Are there still
So-
children trying to attack them?
Yes,
So,
right in the immediate proximity.
so I can blink to.
Nadezhda,
anywhere
this is
within-
the worst thing you've ever done.
You say that to me every time.
I'm dying. I would appreciate if you didn't let helpless children die too.
I
None
mean,
of you are
technically, they're
here.
not homeless.
None of you are
I
here.
said helpless, not
Oh.
homeless.
I'm doing a good thing for my friend. Anyway,
I like how early you're like, I'm a good person. Attack my orphans of the night.
you're orphan.
Explicitly not orphan.
I would call up a child army. And also, I spend a hope to blink out. That actually doesn't need a roll.
Yeah.
So I can
If you
just.
have more hope, you could take some
wait,
of the
no,
children
no.
with you.
Oh, okay. But with hope. So excellent. I get my hope back.
Ah,
Take
Like,
that,
I understand
children.
you would have the option to take some of them with you.
I'm holding. Okay. Who's the closest orphan talk?
Tammany.
She changed her name to be more like
No,
Tam-
it's one of the kids.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. I
They
just
all-
made up a name, but
They
yeah,
all named themselves.
100%. She named herself
Okay.
after. I'm Tammany.
There's like a Tamara and like
I'm taking other hope. I'll grab Tammany and
Ah.
quietly, it's the universe realizes that me and Tammany are both misfiled. You hear like a, and I quietly appear behind the art, essentially kind of off to the side, as much of out of the way, out of the building, on the ground, out of the way of the ardent, the way they'd be looking as I can. I just vanish and I'm out of the building.
We cut to Sam.
Shit, I hope they're okay in there.
The whole world stops.
Just peachy.
We cut to Cordelia.
well, what is that? Can I ask some questions about that?
Well, let me do this. We'll come
Okay.
back.
It's simultaneous, I think.
Yeah, it is simultaneous.
I
You
can't
are
move my feet anymore. I think I'm just
the gas
falling on
stops
the
pouring
ground.
out of the
Oh,
vents.
after the circuit was broken.
Uh-huh.
Do I still feel terrible?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You do.
Well, I'm just
The
gonna
vibes awful.
be here for a second.
We come back to you. It's just nothing's happening.
Like, can I move?
Yeah, you can move.
And so,
It's like walking through Jello.
well, there's like a
It's like a save state.
giant crazy thing in front of me.
Mhm.
Is there anything behind me, or am I just in a blank void with this thing?
You are in an empty desert plain. And you, I guess, give me a knowledge check real quick. No, you know what? You don't have to roll this. I think you just immediately recognize this. This is the place where the two mesas met. You are standing in the
The dip.
valley between them.
Okay. So things that I see: mesas.
Mm-hmm. A giant, no mask wearing, a floating black robe with no discernible feet, and you could seem to be able to walk through it.
But
You
it
shouldn't.
will probably kill me if I do.
No. You the action that Rasmodius took was to make you diffuse, was to make you unable to interact with it physically. You're
Okay.
able to walk between its molecules.
Okay. I thought he was telling me to get away from this thing.
He was saying, "Don't get its attention."
Okay. Well, I'll walk through it, I guess.
Walk through it.
I'm not going to look up once I get inside its rope.
Come on, we're all curious.
Okay. So you walk through it, and it is Let me look at make sure the detail is correct here. Construct.
And did it stop moving or
Yes, everything around you stop moving. You feel like you're moving between the molecules of everything around you. This is I mean, I guess also one thing to note is Rasmodius helped you. And Rasmodius seems to be helping you actively.
Shit, he's an orphan.
well it makes sense that I'm in a computer and he has more access.
You feel yourself move through this thing, and
Asmodeus is like, I feel as if a great many orphans have died suddenly.
And been made.
yeah, an intense like personal sense of injustice glares in you and Rasmodius. You're like, I don't understand this feeling, but I feel so protective of these children. And also that browser tab. You do you have 3 hope to spend?
If you,
Yes.
If you spend 3 hope right now, Rasmodius will assist you. This causes him great damage.
Can I choose to save this until I feel like I need it?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So what do I see? Am I just
An
in?
endless plain of open desert.
So I'm through the other side of the.
Yep.
Are the maces in front of me?
No, they're behind you.
I guess I'll walk for a bit. Does anything
it's
change?
like walking through Jello, but you do get through. Nothing changes.
Is the stuff behind me getting any farther away, or is it like I'm not making any progress?
It's getting further away. You are actually able to move through this.
All right, well, I'll go for a little bit further.
I'll tell you, you can continue as long as you want until this is brought back up. Nothing's going to change in the state. It is a save state.
Okay.
Cut to you.
collapsed on the floor, trying to talk to the nobody in the other room. Also, not to like nerf myself even more, but did I take any damage from bad vibes, guys?
Oh, did I not do damage with you?
Nope.
Oh my god. My
You also
bad.
didn't assign homework.
God.
Listen,
I feel really bad about that actually. So that's good. Wait, so that's 1, 2. So it's 3d8. I rolled that was 1, 1, and a 2 plus 3. So
okay, and I feel like theoretically this would be direct damage, aka my arm.
it is direct damage. Yes, no, it is direct damage.
So you said what's the total?
1, 1, and 2 plus 3. So that's 4 plus 3 is 6, 7.
7, and that's only one time.
That's yes, one time, but you also mark 1 stress for your failure.
Okay, so I'm actually doing okay. I only mark 1 HP. Okay, so I'm lying on the ground. I can't move. If there's somebody there, can you do something, please?
We'll cut to Nadezhda.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I have no idea what's... Okay. Hello, Tammany. It's me, Tamsin.
Yes, I know. I have a picture of you.
Okay. So, what is going on with all the Argent people?
I don't know. They came to steal us, I think.
Okay.
They want the stopgap.
Yeah, everyone does.
Yeah, because it's important.
How is
Because you're important.
awesome? How is the stopgap important?
I don't know.
What does it actually do?
I don't know.
Let's ask the children what they know.
Has anyone actually used it?
The stopgap?
Yes.
Yes.
Do what?
Every time there's a generational turnover,
They go and they look at the stopgap?
where it lives, all the memories.
All the memories.
Yeah.
They get all their memory? Oh, that's messed up.
So,
It's just a montage of them
anyone
being
ever
disappointed at Cordelia.
told anyone,
Not that
has
important.
anyone ever said what you do when you are down there?
No, but I know if the
Memory?
power goes up, you die.
Yeah, that's a motherfucker, aren't you?
I learned it from watching you.
All right, Jaime, here's what I need you to do.
Uh-huh.
I need you to go back,
I need
pulls
you to
out, like,
strap
a
this dynamite
sword.
onto yourself.
She pulls out like a wooden sword.
and I need you to lure the
There's enough.
woman away. Don't attack her. Just lure.
Monster.
She looks up and goes, "Get him!" And
No,
like
no.
20 more children fall from the structure that is falling apart right now. And the two ardent security guards up front run inside.
No, I need you to lure the woman who is going to twist my arm and get.
Yeah, that woman's looking down over the edge now. Her?
Yeah, I need you to
Wait,
lure.
You bitch! I'll fucking kill you!
Wait, so she's standing on the
go
edge
back into the.
She's looking down over the edge, yeah.
at Nadezhda?
Yep.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Push it.
I'm like out of sight though. Come on.
But she doesn't push you.
No, I was suggesting that you
We're
need to
saying
push her off the
her.
ledge.
Yeah, you can phantom retreat
I'm
up
on
there
the
and
I'm on the ground.
push her off the ledge.
It's in retreat.
Yeah, I know, but she'll still be up there trying to get me off the thing.
You can push her off from behind.
Yeah, you can kill orphans, but not a security guard. What's wrong with you?
I can't push. Okay,
It's at exactly knee height.
okay. I'm going
The
to
rest of us have all killed security guards.
spend
They're
their
not
hope to go
people.
back to Phantom Retreat.
Okay.
And now that I have failed to lure this woman away, I guess I'll push her up a building.
Make a strength roll.
And you guys are all the great person. You know, I'm going to spend another hope to conjure a midnight spirit,
Mhm.
and I'm going to make 2 attacks against this lady.
Oh, I used 2 fear in that conversation. Sorry.
Plus Phantom Retreat. Can I disguise? I'm so mad that you made me fight.
You're like, I wanted
Is
to
that fighting?
I wanted to let these children sacrifice themselves, but no.
Oh,
What's that?
a midnight trampoline from an entertainment.
What's a midnight trampoline?
I don't know, but I like the sound of it.
I've never heard of that.
I'm going to take out my dual staff and I guess try to whack her as hard as I can and push her off the building and use my midnight spirit to also push at the same time. Does that give me advantage?
Is your
Yeah.
moose also pushing?
My moose doesn't exist.
Moving this onto the ground.
10, 6. Okay. So it is with fear, but on the other hand, it is a 24.
Jesus.
Midnight spirit alternative.
Oh, really?
Midnight trampoline.
I love this. No, that's very good. That's very good, Etten. Very smart. Midnight
Sounds like
trampoline.
a euphemism.
Sounds like a way to kill somebody.
I mean, if I were her, I'd be hoping for a midnight trampoline because
Yeah.
at least then you.
Yeah, well, it fall down six flights, hit a trampoline, and then bounce up and just get shot like a fucking cannonball.
I mean, your chances are still better than if you didn't have a trampoline. Probably.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
I'll use my. All right. Great job, children.
Wait, no, hold on. I didn't narrate what happened. I need to narrate what happened.
James and praise to prove it.
You in the guise of Tamsin Freijst. And mind you, everybody's phones are working now. Everybody's talk rocks are working right now because you are a battery for magical power. So they have their phones out, and they are recording Tamsin Freijst pushing an ardent security officer
They're gonna kill her.
off of a ledge as this ardent security officer falls 6 stories, and they all in unison go splat, and she hits the ground,
Okay.
and then a wild cheer erupts. Yeah,
Okay. Awesome. So
What do you want to do with your child
who is
army now?
your other? Who's your
My other brother.
your mom?
Oh, my mom?
who might be alive?
Oh, what was her name?
it's not Arminta. My brain is just
No,
giving me
no, no.
Arminta.
I think
I don't remember.
it's I don't remember her full name, but her short range name is her nickname is Ailey, Aelie. It's a shortened
Okay.
version of a really posh name that I don't remember. And her last name is Darner,
Okay, well, I'll have
but
that in the
Darner
chamber.
Freijst now.
I guess I put my...
Are you going to frame Cordelia's mom for murder?
We're going to see what I'm going to do.
You feel amazing.
Do I get a hope?
You absolutely get a hope, and you clear a stress.
Awesome.
For murder?
You're like, you know what? I've been
You are
murder a bad
reconsidering
rap.
this whole anti-murder stance you have.
I heard it here.
I was
This
never
dragon
against it,
no
I just
longer
didn't
has
think I
a
could
hard
do it.
chance
I
against murder.
100% want to murder Nico Letaire and Mordborg for
Well, you
messing with me.
found a new font of strength in your own body and soul, and that is pushing people off of 6-story high cliffs.
That's right, children.
Murder solves problems. And they go, that's the Freijst way. And we cut to Cordelia.
Freijst way.
It's also loud here.
I'm sorry, not Cordelia.
Don't
Cordelia. Sam. We cut to Sam.
People,
Okay.
yes.
I mean,
Everything starts up again.
Oh.
There is just a hole in space in front of you, directly in front of you, a geometric, like hexagonal hole as the lines, the scan lines disappear into darkness.
okay, we'll go toward the hole.
You go towards the hole.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up in your body. No, I'm sorry. I lied. I apologize. That's not true. I apologize.
Half a quart of water.
No,
That's why we were laughing.
I'm so sorry that I said that. I apologize. I jumped ahead by a full thing. You fall into a hole. You are in this room.
Yeah.
The gas starts coming up again.
That's I'm doing a good thing.
Voice in the ceiling. There's nobody in there. It's just me.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna try to move the marble again?
Yeah.
But-
I'm on the ground. I don't think I can reach it.
You can reach it.
50
Okay.
years from now, there's like a Freijst coming in here. They just see Cordelia's skeleton. They're like,
But I have
"What
2 disadvantage now.
Yep, you have 2 disadvantages.
Did I take more damage or no?
Yes, you take 2d8 plus 3 damage.
I gotta stop toweling on my
Yeah, it's
Just
that's 8 plus 6 plus 3 is 8 plus
17.
16 plus 1 is 17.
A lot. I think that could be sending me into a major.
Pardon me.
Okay, so we're subtracting 10 from and this is finesse you said?
Mhm.
From a 17
Mhm.
with hope at least. Which plus 4, so it's 7 plus 10 and 11 with hope. There's nothing I can do to make that better. So, yeah, I just fail and get a third
Well,
disadvantage die.
What was it?
11 with hope
That fails.
because I got a 10. for
As
my
you
minus.
fail, the gas shuts off around you,
Mm-hmm.
and you hear a door unlock in front of you.
Yeah.
The room clears of poison gas, and you can see on the other side, like on the other room and on the monitor, the gas is so dense you can't see.
Scary. Good thing there's not another person in there.
Directly in front of you is a small, short pathway to a door. Do you walk through the door?
Yeah.
You kind of crawl through.
Walk is generous.
Yeah.
I do
You
my
open
best.
the door. You've been in this room before. This is your grandfather's office.
his office was
No.
inside of the. Wow.
I don't like being here.
This is not the only way into this office.
Oh, and I think I have to mark another stress because I failed.
Is there like a pile of hardtack on like the desk?
Yeah, while you were gone, we
Yeah.
established she only eats hardtack.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, there's a bunch of unopened hardtack in like saltines wrappers.
I'm gonna eat some. Maybe it'll help the poison.
This hardtack is anti-poison hardtack.
Amazing.
It's like organic and
I'm like
gluten-free and also
army crawling
anti-poison.
over to it, and I just like rip open the bag with my teeth because I can't really use my hands that well. I just eat one.
And you see in front of you as you're sitting there eating this, a single switch that says the price.
Like flip that thing.
Well, hold on, real quick. Before you, not done talking. I mean, you can do it if you want.
No, keep talking. It just sounded like time for me to say.
I mean, you
something.
can. You very much can do that.
No,
right
no,
here.
keep talking.
So
Jaime.
it just says the price, and it's just a single switch, and you have no idea what it's referring to.
There's nothing else in this office that would allude to what it is. Can I
Probably investigate.
make like a knowledge check to
Yeah.
see if I think I know? But at triple disadvantage.
Mhm.
I'm gonna use rebellious streak
Okay.
also, just because I have so much hope, and that'll give me a +3 at least. Okay. So that'll be a -8 +3, so it'll be a -5, but it is a critical 2.
This is the price that you must pay to be a Freijst. And that is... This is the Freijst race.
The
Freijst race.
Freijst race.
The race toward the stopgap.
Nobody
To
else is
prove that you are worth the generational knowledge held inside the vault,
here.
you must prove that you are better than another Freijst.
Here.
Well, if the question is to prove whether you're better than any living Freijst, your chances are better than a lot of times. I think
you
you've
know that
proven
getting
you're-
this would kill somebody.
You've proven that you're better than bend over.
Kill
Freijst.
somebody.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know who.
Would it be a Freijst?
Probably. Okay, I gotta think about it. Come back to me, please.
Go to Nadezhda. You feel so good. Your decisions are all fantastic decisions. You understand how your drug empire should work. In fact, you get a new experience.
Ooh.
You can add your experience here. It's called dealer's insight, we'll call it.
Breaking beige.
You get
Dealer's choice.
+2, dealer's choice. Yeah, you get +2 to all drug deal checks.
Well, that is actually less than breaking beige. So
I'm just adding on top of it.
okay.
You can add, like,
So wouldn't have to spend a hope to.
yeah.
So I now have a +5.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
The future's looking bright.
There are people pulling guns out, holding them at children, and holding them at you, and you feel like you made every right decision. They're screaming, and you cannot hear them over the roar of power in your ears.
I feel like Nadezhda got to the end part of Scarface where he's like got the 2 machine guns like really quickly. Like in 2 days, Nadezhda went from not a drug dealer to end of Scarface.
Yeah. Like a full speed run.
No, to my little friend.
You're so little.
I'm gonna spend a fear.
Oh my god!
I spend a fear here. As your hands are ripped off of this thing, and one of those people that is holding a gun to your face puts you in handcuffs.
Oh,
We cut to Parker.
I mean, say
falling...
hello to my little friend should be your next experience.
Yeah. You're falling down a hole, an infinitely long hole. You cannot find an end to it. You think maybe this is where you'll sleep for the rest of your death.
yeah.
Say hello to my little friend.
We cut to you. What are you gonna do?
Okay, let me just process for a moment. Because I really want to just reject everything this stands for and not do it.
On the other hand, someone asked you to do it and you're incapable of not doing a thing that you've been asked to do.
Well, and more importantly, they have one of our friends. If I don't do it, I can't solve the first problem. And I'll probably be disposed of. And who knows how many other Freijst employees will lose their lives because they're not useful anymore. So
Very, very soon. Yeah.
I Do I know anything about who it is that will die?
You assume it's whoever's in that room.
There's no one there. They're probably already dead. Okay.
Sam wakes up and starts going through the room.
Is there an adjoining door from that room that's closed?
There's a parallel door that's
Okay,
closed.
I want to go move myself over to the door as best I can. Bang on it with my elbow, I guess.
It is so densely full of poison gas.
It's like leaking out to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
That's fine. It's worth the cost. I'll even take
Is this
damage.
progress? You're going backwards.
It's progress. It's helping me make my decision. If there's someone in there, please.
Mark a stress for that.
I will. Please speak up, because I'm going to flip the switch and it will kill you.
You know that there's nobody in there.
And I know that the switch will kill who's ever in that room.
Mhm.
And not someone not in the room magically.
You don't know.
Ah! Sam, are you in the chat?
He's not.
No.
I can't pull up the chat as I'm falling down the infinite pit.
No.
Life Tree says Shibble looks different today.
That's Steven. It seems like the only way to progress. This is very against everything that she stands for. But we have to assume that we're operating on what she knows at the moment, which is nobody's in there. So I think she'll flip it.
Okay.
And if there's bad consequences, so be it. Sam, if you die, I'm sorry.
Sam, you take 36 points of direct damage.
Just barely severe.
As your mind and body collide on the physical material world.
Sorry.
Wait, so I can't use armor because it's direct?
You cannot use armor, it's direct.
Bad
It
vibes
is
damage.
the most jarring, painful experience of your entire life. You wake up screaming, you
I
stare
feel
at
like someone
rules
pushed me off a
servants.
6th floor building.
Yeah, it feels worse. Honestly, it feels worse than that. It feels like you were falling for 10 minutes and then hit yourself. And you're just screaming. Everybody in the room screams, ah! Ah! Like, oh God, somebody help. Is he okay? You're bleeding. You're bleeding out of your nose. You're bleeding out of your ears. Cut to Cordelia.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you hit the switch, a wall turns black and then white text blows up.
Oh God, okay.
It has your grandfather's name
Uh-huh.
and then somebody's name that you don't recognize. And then the name that you don't recognize gets X'd out in red and disappears. It has your father's name and another name you don't recognize. That name that you don't recognize gets X'd out and disappears.
Are these people erased from memory when they're killed?
And then it shows shit. I forgot her name.
Elspeth?
No.
Does it show
Tamsin?
bend over?
Tamsin?
No. Your cousin
Imogen.
Imogen's name.
Killed Imogen?
And somebody's name that you don't recognize.
Uh-huh.
And then both the names stay there.
Oh.
And then it shows your name and a not a number symbol.
And not a number?
It
Not
doesn't
name.
show bend over phrased.
Just like a
Like a
Non.
like
yeah,
an error.
error.
Okay.
And the error name disappears.
I don't know who that is, but R.I.P. I guess.
I think
Sounds like
in
someone
this
confused,
moment,
honestly.
you understand that you just saw the list of everybody that has ever made it this far. Your cousin did not complete the run.
Hmm.
She turned around.
She was always better than me.
Cut to Cordelia. You're being arrested.
To
Sorry, to Nadezhda. Sorry. You're being arrested. Oh, I'm sorry. One thing I forgot.
Yeah.
You were standing in front of this wall, like opens up and a vault of an archive full of documents.
Mm-hmm.
Every Freijst secret is in
Wow.
here.
Standing is a strong word, but yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Eating a cracker.
Okay.
It's like it's stale even for hardtack.
So blink out.
Blink out.
Yeah, I got the.
Bye, kids. Have fun.
So there you go. And I guess I'll be back on the ground, kind of tucked away somewhere. I'll
Okay.
sort of like look over my shoulder.
Make a presence check for me.
Presence. 20.
You tuck away behind like a topiary. And as you do, I'm gonna spend a fear. You hear a gunshot go off. And you see, what was her name?
Tammany? Oh, Mathella.
Mathella's body fall 6 stories and crash into the ground in front of you.
I should have treated her better.
And that's where we'll end the session.
Kind of a downer.
Sorry.